Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3. What's happening, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Marcus Speaks Live, the very podcast that gives you trending topics and other random stuff. Um, man, I'm happy to be here. I want to get through this promotion real fast because I want to talk to y'all before we get into the show. So please, if you could, like this video, share this video, comment in the live chat, and also subscribe if you are new here. Welcome again to Marcus Speaks Live, everybody. If you are now just watching, or if you're catching the replay, people, if you could, uh, if you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. Like I said, go to the description box, hit the Rumble link, follow me on Rumble because I want to start stringing over on Rumble. For the simple fact that I ain't getting no love over here, so you know what I'm saying. If I go over to Rumble, I'll probably get some love. Anyway, every Friday I do this here podcast at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is Marcus Speaks Live, which you are watching right now. And then Marcus Speaks Play happens every Saturday at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but it's on hiatus until I find the game. So it's on hiatus. Stick by. Watch the community tab. You'll see that if I'm going to be streaming on a Saturday, you'll know because it's in the community tab. All right. Usually posts at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time the day prior before the stream happens. So please check 2:30 on Fridays if you guys check the community tab at all. But anyway, if you would like to come up here and come talk to me, you can. All right. The way you can do it is there's a link pinned in the live chat along with a number that you can call, which is 302-283-9791. I repeat, 302-283-9791. So please do yourself a favor. Come on by. If you want to come and talk to me, argue, debate, fill me in on something that I didn't put in the show, or if you have a total different way of thinking and a better way of how to I don't know, feel, I guess, about what I will be presenting to you guys tonight. Come on, hit the link, call them with the call-in number. The lines is open, all right? But if you want to call in or hit the link, there are rules. So, rule number 1, you must be on camera at all times. That means listen to me. That means you must be on camera at all times. That means here on in the backstage, and if you want to be shown by the audience. All right. Now, rule number 2: if you don't want to be shown by the to the audience, that is fine. You still have to. You still have to um, be shown back here in the backstage, so I know who I'm speaking with. There is a question back here in the private chat. Do not make it a conversation. Just let me know your name that you typed, and I'll see here and type your answer, yes or no. That's all I need. All right, and then I'll let you know. Turn your camera off, or so and so's coming up. What do you have to say? And then we'll go from there. All right, and then rule number 3 is please use I'm sorry. Please silence all background noise. Go to a nice secluded spot in your house if you could. Use wired headphones, such as like whatever headphones came with your phone, or if you bought wired headphones, if you work out or something, use those headphones for me, please. It's for a better audio experience, and it's better for me to hear you. If you use Bluetooth or anything of the sort, I won't be able to hear you as well. But if you are a podcaster and you just so happen to be watching the show, go to your setup, hit the link, and then come through and talk to me, and we'll take it from there. Now, um, last thing that I have for you guys is please, 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 like this video, subscribe if you're new here, comment in the live chat, and please share this to your social medias, friends and family, and whoever else that you love, like, or are associated with. All right. Um, if you have ever watched my show, you know I like to play videos. All right. My show consists of my own opinion, an article or articles that I will be presenting to you guys tonight, as well as videos. All right. All articles and all videos have been accredited in the description box below. All right. Everything that I will be talking about tonight is in the description box. I do not own any of the content that I am using tonight, other than my own opinion, and that is all. All right. Now, with that being said, uh, all articles have been altered from its original form, which means I have either changed words, deleted certain sentences or paragraphs, and I have also proofread and restructured and rewritten the entire article. All right. This is what I do on days that I'm not streaming. I'm researching and doing all that stuff so I can present it to you guys tonight. Now, with that being said, uh, with that, that helps with plagiarism. But as well as with the videos, I have to go through what is fair use. Fair use is not just a law, it's also, I'm sorry, it's not just a YouTube policy, it's also the law. And I want to follow both simultaneously and to a T. All right? Now, you guys don't know what fair use is, then hell, here's what fair use is.
Hello, everyone. I'm going to tell you about fair use. It's the law. Warning. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyright motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 USC 107.
All right, y'all, that's fair use. So let's cut this music off. Hold on, let me turn this back up to where it was. Let me cut this theme music off. Let's play the ambiance music. Before I get into the show, before I get into the show, before we get into short banter is basically, or I can include this in the short banter. So, short banter is basically a warm up that I usually like to do before I get into the main topic and the rest of the topics that I have for you guys tonight. So with that being said, one of the things I'll be talking about tonight, which is the main topic, is I will be talking about. Sorry, I'm trying to turn this headphone off that's in my ear. So, one of the things I will be talking about tonight, which is the main topic, it is again this week. Again, it is about um, Monique and her son Shalon. So, if you guys have seen the thumbnail, you know that Monique has done a rebuttal towards her son, her eldest son Shalon, at a comedy show that she did last weekend. So I will be going over that along with the article that is associated with it and with videos as well that I have for it. And then we'll get into random topics, the random topics portion of the night, which I'll be talking about singer-songwriter Tiffany Red, and as well as, let me go to my picture so I can know who I'm speaking about. I'll be talking about Tiffany Red and the viral video, the viral short that was posted last week from podcast Poor Minds with um one of their guests that they had on the show last week. I'll be going over that as well. Not in that order, but I'll be going over those two topics. And usually I do a real quick portion. I will be doing that tonight, and I'll be talking about the Donnell Rawlings Corey Holcomb beef. So, so before we get into the main topic of short banter, I want to talk about this uh the RessaTeesa series. Have y'all been watching that? Yo, so I wasn't going to bother with it. I was like, man, whatever. Like everybody talking about this, I don't care about this. So I started watching it. I found a full 4-hour video that was on it. Like it's the whole thing is from part 1 to the last part. I'm at the last part, I believe, or I believe I got 2 more parts left. I haven't finished it yet. Yo, all I gotta say is, who the fuck is that gullible? Like, how don't you know certain things about the person that you married? That's number one. Number two is, how in the hell did you not? And I repeat, how the hell did you not at least have a lunch date with your husband? What else do I have to say? Um, why didn't the man bring home condiments from his condiment company that he was a what, an executive or something? She said he was. Like, why didn't the man bring home any condiments? That's all I want to know. Nobody's this damn nobody is that damn stupid. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's that gullible at all. Nobody is. Like, I'm pretty sure a regular person, after a while, will at least, and I repeat, at least, find out who this person is through some sort of means, at least. But you didn't at least try to find out, like on the sneak, find out who this dude is. Um, Hold on, I got to text somebody real fast. All right. I had to text somebody real fast. Uh, so so yeah, like I was saying, I was watching it. So I started watching it Thursday. Uh, I had turned it on. I didn't really pay it any mind. I was kind of like in and out of sleep, so I just had it on in the background as I was trying to sleep or whatever. But but when I woke up to get ready for work, I was like, well, what the hell? You know what I'm saying? I always have something playing while I'm in the shower. So let me just rewind it back and then I'll watch it, or not watch it, I'll listen to it while I'm in the shower and as I'm getting ready for work. So I get ready for work and I'm just listening, whatever. I'm like, all right, this girl seems a little off. You know what I mean? She seems as though that she never dated before. So I didn't really pay it much mind or whatever. All right, my damn teleprompter's fucking up. All right. So I didn't really pay it much mind because I was like, whatever. Like, I mean, this girl seems a little gullible. You know what I'm saying? A little like it's a couple screws loose and she forgot them at home. Like, I was like, this doesn't seem as if she's ever dated someone seriously before. So, so as I'm getting into the parts, and like I said, I got maybe like two more parts left. I I go and I'm still listening, and she gets into the part of when she asked him to go to his office. It was like, yeah, let me make a few calls or whatever, right? And he calls the security head of security or whatever. And he's like, "Hey Willie, what's up? You know what I mean? Like, are you at the are you at the building? Is it unlocked? Because I don't think my car key can get me through the front door, or whatever." Willie talking about he's not he's not at work, and I'm like, what? Like, what the fuck? Like, what is she? Like, what is he talking about? Right? And then and then she she says that he's like, yeah, you know what I'm saying, is anybody else at work? Is so and so at work? You know what I'm saying, that can let me in so I can take my wife to see my office and all that. And she basically was like, she said she was looking at him like, oh, whatever, we're never going to see this office or whatever. And I'm like, that's crazy, right? All right, so let's back up a little bit. Let's back up. The part of when she said that the dude will be talking to his family every day, and she never got on the phone with these people at all unless saying hi and bye. That's all. She said she talked to one person, brother or sister, whatever, over the phone, and then she talked to another person, a brother or sister, over FaceTime. And that was it. That was the only interaction she's only had with these people. At that point, I said, man, fuck out of here, dog. Get the fuck out of here. I would never. I would never. But hey, that's the trick. I guess that's what she signed up for, and that's what she wants, or that's what she wanted, or whatever, to be with. She didn't really know this dude. They didn't really walk that long with each other. Gotta remember, gotta walk 4 seasons with somebody to get to know him. But she decided that she was gonna just let shit go, let it let it ride, like everything is fine, like my relationship is my relationship. And I thought that the entire series is pretty crazy. I also said, of which I thought this, I haven't said it publicly yet, but I thought this. I said, this seems like a Tyler Perry movie or a Tubi movie. Like a lot of people have said this, but I was the first person to think this. I was the first person to think this until I saw various podcasts talking about this, and they was like, "Yeah, Tyler Perry should write the script to all these parts she put out, make a movie, and all this." I basically said the same thing. I said Tyler Perry needs to make this movie or whatever. So I just wanted to go over that real quick because I felt that this whole thing was crazy. But anyway, getting into short banter. How about we do that? So, short banter, what I have for you guys today. Donnie T has a shoe coming out, or it's out already. The Air Trumps, or the Air Trump ones, or the Trump kicks, or whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? Trump got out some shoes. Uh, the shoes, to me, they look ugly. They look very ugly. And he brought these shoes, I believe it was last weekend during SneakerCon, and he has been trying to, I guess, get some notoriety to him or whatever. And what the hell is going on with this damn teleprompter? Jesus Christ, just work for me, please, just work. So, um, I guess he brought these out during SneakerCon, and you saw what they looked like, and this is the video that I have with it. So let's go through the video, then we'll talk about it a little bit, and then we'll go from there.
Donald Trump is launching a new business venture. He's getting into the sneaker game. Take a look. Well, he made the announcement at SneakerCon in Philadelphia. The line features 3 different pairs of tennis shoes, a pair of high tops, a pair of red laceless athletic shoes, and a pair of white laceless athletic shoes.
I've wanted to do this for a long time. I have some incredible people that work with me on things, and they came up with this, and this is something I've been talking about for 12 years, 13 years, and I think it's going to be a big success.
The website selling the sneakers also features a Victory 47 perfume and cologne for sale at $99 each.
Oh, man.
All right. So, let's go through this. So, Trump has some shoes out. Now she said that there's 3 pairs. These are the high tops that he presented, the gold ones. I don't really like the gold ones all that much. They look they look tacky because it has the American flag on it. And I don't know if anybody knows, we're not supposed to be wearing the American flag. You're not supposed to wear any flag on t-shirts, pants, shoes, hats, all of that. It's in the bylaws in any country. You're not supposed to wear the flag. So, he has these ugly ass gold shoes. Now, the low top whites, they actually look good. The 45s, I like to call them. The POTUS 45s. So, the POTUS 45s, they don't look that bad. Other than if you take off the American flag off of it, if you do that, the shoe's fine. So I'm not saying that I would get the shoe, but I'm saying if I ever would happen to get the shoe, I would take the American flag off both sides of the shoe. Like, I am not wearing an American flag on my person anywhere. But I will say it is a good design. It's part of the canvas shoes that, that's been made popular, which are very comfortable as well. They have a pretty good, decent sole on them, so I'm pretty sure that they're comfortable. And they got like the sock-like material at the top, so I'm pretty sure they fit fine. Now, as I said, these are the only ones that I like out of the entire sneaker brand. Is just these shoes. Like, the 45's cool, but if I was him, I would have tried to incorporate. I would try to see if I could incorporate the 45 around the T area. Like, not have it like all one thing, because having the 45 on the inside, that looks stupid. If he was smart, he would have put the 45 on the outside and then tried to put, and he could have like stitched a T like along the tongue, if not like somewhere like, or he could have canceled the American flag altogether on this side, put the T down that side, and then put the 45 on the side. Then he could have incorporated the American flag on the tongue strap. That would have been better if he would have did that. But whoever designed this shoe probably didn't know what the hell they were doing. So hey, the only suggestion that I have for the company that made this and for Trump, you need to link up with Kanye. Like y'all, like if you're going to get into producing shoes, you should get with Kanye. You should, because he has a futuristic outlook when it comes to clothing. I personally won't wear any of Kanye's clothes, but I did buy 2 pairs of those Yeezy Pods though. Like, I'm not gonna lie about that. Like, I think the Yeezy Pods actually look good, and you can't beat the price. They're $20. Like, who's gonna beat a $20 shoe? Now, I will tell you what I am buying those shoes for. I'm buying those shoes to run errands around town, and I bought another pair to work out in. So I'm gonna see how my feet feel after I work out, and if my feet don't feel the way that I want them to feel after I work out, I'm gonna have to find a different reason to wear those shoes. Like, I'm gonna have to find some reason for them. Because if my foot doesn't feel any better than what they usually do after I'm done working out, after me beat my feet on the treadmill and all that, which I'm probably not going to run in those. I'm probably going to hit the elliptical or do the bike in those, because they look like, with how thin the soles are, it doesn't feel as though that I will be able to get a comfortable run in those. So I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that to myself. But Trump, link up with Kanye, see what concepts he can come up with, have him produce your shoe, because he seems as though that he's on to something. Plus, Kanye wants to make his clothing more affordable, stuff like that. $20 price points on everything, can't beat it. Only thing I will say is, Kanye, I know you want to be, I know you want to think out of the box when it comes to certain things, but don't do it to clothing. I don't mind the shoes, but don't do it with the clothing. Make your clothing that looks like real clothes. Like, I'm not trying to look poor in some Yeezys. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. But anyway, y'all, that's short banter. Let's get into the main topic. We all know what we're here for. We're here to talk about Monique. So tonight's main topic overview is Monique responds to eldest son Shalon at a recent comedy show. So, people, if you guys haven't seen the comedy show, or the video that was shot at the comedy show, because Monique is touring with Cat Williams. I believe she's opening for Cat Williams. I don't know where she's at in the bill. You know, since she was a newer come in when it comes to his tour, she's probably opening up, maybe, or he probably fit her in. Well, since she's a veteran, he probably has her going up before Mark Curry. So it's probably whoever he has on the show. Then it's Monique. I believe Takara Williams is on the show. Some other guy, probably another comedian, Mark Curry, and Cat Williams. So whenever they make it to either Philly, Wilmington, Delaware, which I doubt that they'll come here to Wilmington, Delaware, Baltimore, or DC. I probably will go and see that show. But with that being said, the title that I have for you guys coming from Vibe, fuck them kids. Monique's son reacts to comic taking their issues to the stage. So, Monique and eldest son Shalon Jackson have been engaged in an online back and forth for a week. Over, I'm sorry. Back and forth for a week over statements made during the comic's viral Club Shay Shay interview. The stand-up most recently took their issues to the stage, where she joked about their tension and an elder telling her not to back down. So, let me get to the timestamp of this. I should have set that up way beforehand, but was running late, trying to get things in order, and that's what happens. Hold on, let me see if I can get it exactly where I need it. All right, fuck it. I'll take it at 109. This is what Monique had to say after talking about eldest son Shalon.
I've done something wrong, but I ain't no bitch that's gonna back up from a motherfucking problem. I'm gonna walk straight to that motherfucker and I'm gonna deal with that shit. So today I'm coming to the airport in Newark, New Jersey. It's the realest niggas I've ever met from Newark, New Jersey. I'm coming to that motherfucking airport and I've been just seeing this motherfucking TikTok of my goddamn son. Had I known that nigga was going to do a TikTok the day I brought him home, I'm going to let y'all take that one. And when you see your child that you fuck for, I fuck for that nigga, not another bitch, it was me. And you see your motherfucking child go on a goddamn internet and tell people all the fuck that you're not. Fuck that and you just supposed to take that shit in stride. And I'm taking that shit.
Damn. Damn. Did you hear that lady in the background of the video? Man, fuck that little nigga. That little nigga is 33 fucking years old. Like, stop. But I will say this. Man, fuck that nigga, yo, for real. Like, I'm not Team Monique, nor am I Team Shalon. As you can see, I said fuck that nigga. But we gotta look at it like this. Monique brought her truth. This is the new way people are talking these days. Monique brought her truth to Club Shay Shay. She made the statement that she wasn't the best mother that she could be. My forehead's greasy. That she wasn't the best mother that she could be. But she did make sure that Shalon had everything that he needed. As I spoke of last week. So, with that being said, we all know Shalon went on the TikTok and he basically aired out his grievances of how he felt about the situation when it came to his mom. So they go into a back and forth. Monique finds out about his video. Then she makes a video with husband Sydney Hicks. They talk about Shalon. Sydney Hicks talks about Shalon's mental illness. That triggers Shalon. Shalon comes back with another TikTok video. And he's furious at this point. And he's talking, he's talking shit. He's airing his grievances out of how he feels about not of just Monique, but Sydney as well. And how he wanted to call his uncle Sydney, of which Monique called him, of which I believe that's what Shalon called Sydney, Uncle Shalon. And they had choice words. They talked about this back and forth. And Shalon made his statements. He gave his critique of how he felt about his mother. And then Monique came back with I guess receipts you can say on her on her what did she come back with? Oh, her Instagram. Hold up, y'all. I'm not gonna have this keep doing that. This is getting stupid. Damn, since I'm used. Oh, hold on. Let's turn it off. Let's turn it back on. All right. Hopefully it doesn't do that again. So she brings her receipts. God damn it, it's still doing it. Anyway, she brings her receipts through an Instagram post. So the Instagram post was text messages between her and her son Shalon. Shalon, was, he basically was trying to, I guess, get back good with his mom in the text messages, and he just wanted to, I guess, revitalize his mother's, him and his mother's relationship. But I guess Monique was, busy within her life, so she couldn't really give the attention that Shalon wanted her to give him. So, Shalon is married and with child now. Him and his wife, I guess, are living a blessed life. So, Shalon is taking basically the family business under his wing. He is now a comedian. But Shalon didn't take too well with the receipts that were shared. So Shalon took it upon himself to make his very last video about his mother. And he aired some shit out with that last video, I would say. And he basically said, after it was all said and done, I don't want shit to do with that woman anymore. I said my piece. I'm just gonna do me, and it is what it is at this point. That's what Shalon had to say after everything was all said and done. So, with that being said, Monique then, after all that back and forth online, she took it to the stage. Now, some people will say that Monique shouldn't have did that. Her son has a mental illness, and this could trigger him, and he could, be more volatile in his therapy and all that. Well, I don't think so, because a comedian basically bears their pain on stage. This probably is bothering Monique, so the only therapy she can get through with this is putting it out on stage. So since she's putting it out on stage, and she feels as though that her and her son probably won't have the relationship that she feels as though that they should have together. Well, she took it to the stage. You know what I'm saying? I cried 2 tears in a bucket. Fuck it. So, um, Monique, well, we haven't finished the video, but I'm pretty sure we all seen this video. Monique basically put it out on stage that it's whatever now. Like you said, we'll never reconcile our relationship. It's fuck it now. Like I don't care anymore. So let's get back into the video and let's see what else she had to say.
Stride. And I'm walking through the motherfucking Newark airport, and this elderly woman comes up to me. She said, Monique. I said, ma'am. Because I'm a respectful bitch, baby. I'm a respect this bitch. She old. She said, let me talk to you for a minute. So I had prepared myself for this old woman to tell me how fucked up I was. I prepared myself to be respectful, but to check a bitch if I had to. I prepared myself to listen. She said, listen, my grandbaby called me and told me to watch this goddamn TikTok of your son. And I watched that shit. I said, yes, ma'am. She said, I want to tell you something. I said, ma'am. She said, fuck that nigga. I said, oh, bitch, fuck that nigga. And when the elderly people tell you, fuck that nigga, you ain't fuck that nigga. She said, you been taking care of that nigga all his motherfucking life. She said, Monique, I'm 80 years old, and I got a son 60 years old. And every time that nigga don't get what he want, he still tell me how fucked up I was when he was 10 years old. Fuck that nigga. Fuck them kids, bitch.
Word. They grown now.
And she said to me, she said, see, when I was a younger woman, Monique, I had to work too, goddammit. She said, and this is Black History Month, and I had to do a job that don't nobody.
Hold on. She's 80 years old now. This is how I equate this. Like, this is how I do the math. I believe my grandfather is 81, 82 years old. When he met my grandmother was 16, 17. I think she was 16. He was like 22, 23 in the army or just getting out of the army. So this is how I do the math. My grandfather was born somewhere around 1935 to 1937. And then my grandmother, or 1933, between 1933 to 1937. Then my grandmother was born in 1940. So this is how I equate this. So that means when she had her son, they're 20 years apart. So that means when she had him, she was 20. And then when he was 10, she was 30, which means she's right around the same ballpark. Like, she was born around maybe 1930-ish, 40-ish. All right? So that means when he was 10, let's take this. So she had to be 20 in 1950 something. So that means he was 10 in 1960 something. All right, that makes sense to me now. So, what were women working in the 1960s? Yes, they were. Between 1950 and 1960. So, women sort of kind of were working, but they was more so like helping hands, like secretaries, register workers and stuff like that at like supermarkets and stuff. So, that's pretty much what they were, if not teachers and stuff like that. So that makes sense to me now. That makes perfect. Jesus Christ, what the fuck is going on? I have no clue what the hell's going on. Hope that doesn't keep doing that. Let me check something real fast. Everything seems to be there. I don't know what the fuck's going on, honestly. Like, things is popping in and out and stuff. But anyway, let's keep getting to this topic. So we'll finish the video. We only got like 10 seconds left on it. So let's finish it, and then we'll continue with the article.
Everybody talk about when they was out there in that civil rights march fighting and shit. I had a job to do. She said I was one of the hoes of the civil rights movement. I said, bitch, I'm not playing with you. She said somebody had to keep them niggas straight.
Now, some people will say that Monique doesn't have any jokes, right? Everybody's saying, not every, well, yeah, everybody who is critiquing Monique says that Monique doesn't have any jokes. But I believe certain comedians are looking at Monique's stand-up the way that they look at theirs. They have a set of jokes, they tell those jokes. Or some people, are more so storytellers. Like Bruce, comedian Bruce, he tells stories in a joking form. Monique's kind of sort of the same. Not as much the same, but kind of sort of the same. Monique tells stories in a joking manner, but since she's an actress, I'm pretty sure she portrays her acting in it, so it probably has a artistic, artsy type of dramatic outlook on when she does her jokes. So, it's comedy and it's drama. The two faces you usually see that coincide with each other when it comes to performance art or whatever. There's comedy and then there's drama. Sadness, laughter. You know what I'm saying? So I believe that's what Monique does. I believe Monique is funny. I do believe Monique has jokes. And that's not because I'm from Maryland and she's from Maryland and I'm taking up for people from Maryland. That's kind of what it is. But I would basically say that Monique's funny. I laughed at her last stand-up. I wasn't drunk, nor did I have to be inebriated for it or intoxicated. I laughed at all the jokes that she had and also thought about some shit. Anyway, let's move on. So in quote, I've already apologized if I've done something wrong, but I ain't no bitch that's gone back up from a from a motherfucking problem. This is Monique's words, not mine. I'm gonna go straight to that motherfucker and I'm gonna deal with it. She was filmed telling the Atlantic City crowd. I've been in that auditorium before. Hold on, I didn't even recognize it. Let me open this video back up. It probably wasn't the same. Hold on. I can't really see it all that well. But yeah, this looks very similar. Like this area right here, like all that looks familiar. I see one birthday. Me and an ex girlfriend of mine, we went to Atlantic City to see a comedy show. Some more was headlining. Some more is fucking hilarious. And it was in the Atlantic City Auditorium. So yeah, I remember. I remember that place like it was yesterday. It's kind of, I can't really think about what it like. It's an auditorium, and it anyway. That's not important. But I didn't even know. I would have went up and gone seen her and Kat. Anywho, she was filmed telling the Atlantic City crowd before describing running into an elderly woman in the airport who offered her some hilarious advice. Monique said, "Fuck that nigga," to she said, "Fuck that nigga," to uproaringness laughter. Now when an elderly person tell you to fuck that nigga, she said you've been taking care of that nigga all his motherfucking life. She said, "Monique, I'm 80 years old and I got a 60-year-old son. Uh, and every time that nigga don't get what he wants, he still tells me how fucked up I was when he was 10 years old. Fuck that nigga. And when you see your children, that you fucked for, and you see your goddamn child get on the goddamn internet and tell people shit, you're not supposed to take that shit in stride. She later added, fuck them kids, for good measure. Shalon has since responded, keeping his retort light. Be gone, Satan. I rebuke thee in the name of Jesus, he said in an animated voice after a chuckle. Do I have that video? Okay, it's next. After a chuckle, he also wrote over the clip, dang mama, I still love you though. Laughter will get me through, and captioned the clip, not on stage though, LOL. It be like that sometimes, I guess. So this is what Shalon had to say right here.
Do you believe a woman stopped her at the airport for real? Here's what I believe, right? I believe that crazier things have happened. Okay. So is it far fetched to believe that an 80-year-old woman stopped her at the airport? No, right? But hey. I will say though, in the spirit of like a joke, I like comedy. I think most of us like comedy, if not all of us. So it's like if a person tells a racist joke, but the joke isn't funny, right? Then without the humor, all that's left is the fact that somebody said something racist. So the same goes for a mean joke. A mean joke, I mean, it's fine. A joke is a joke. But if you say a mean joke and it's not funny, all that's left is cringiness. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Cringiness and the fact that you said something that was mean. So thank you for that follow, Christy. Appreciate the follow. But it's an art form, to be fair. It is an art form, and for as much as I or myself and others may not have found it in good taste. I mean, we could sit here all day and nitpick people's jokes, So, but they're comedians. We're all not gonna like every joke. So, hey, the dag. It was interesting.
Okay, so let's.
All right. So that's what he had to say. Like it said, it was short and sweet, straight to the point. He didn't pull any punches. He just basically was like, I wouldn't have took it to the stage. It's more so to the point to where he was basically like, look, comedy's an art form. I wouldn't do that on stage, but if that compelled her to do it, hey, so be it. He also brought up, someone asked him, does he believe that an elderly woman stopped his mom and said, fuck them kids? He says, no, probably not. But, with comedy, it has to be true, but you can embellish a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to give someone the play-by-play of something that happened. You can just, you can embellish the truth a little bit. You can make sure that, you get the points, but you expand those points just so you can make it funny or whatever. So, do I believe that an older woman stopped Monique? Probably not. But do I believe that excuse me? Do I believe that Monique possibly maybe was stopped by someone that was older than her? And, did she give her, her peace of mind of how she felt about the situation. Do I believe that the lady knew how to use TikTok? Who knows? Who knows? Anything's possible. Let's get back into the article. So, Shalon took issue with Monique claiming that she wanted to reconcile their relationship on Club Shay Shay, saying, "I would like to free her from having to continue telling this lie. Faith without works is dead, and neither one of us cares to put forth any effort to reconcile with the other. We are separate as she put it, because she doesn't care to be my mother anymore. Then I care for her to more than I care to be her son." But okay, hold on. That's one part of all this that I have an issue with. I said this in my rant last week. I basically said that Shalon needs to grow the fuck up. I'm not going to rant tonight because it's no use. I said all that I had to say to both parties, Shalon and Monique. I have no dog fight, but at this time, for a mother and a son to spew their business online, I had beef with my mom, and all I was doing was putting it online. I would never put it online. That's just personally what I would do. What the hell? Hello? Can y'all see me? Oh, come on, yo. We good? Hello? We good? I'll refresh this page. 1 second. All right, we should be good now. Hopefully, we good. Should be good. All right, so where was I at? Oh, so yeah, I was ranting. I ranted last week. I didn't even think I was going to cover the story as long as I did. But basically the amount of time that I usually do a podcast is the amount of time that I covered that topic, which is usually 2.5 hours. I usually like to do this podcast. So everything ran late. My randoms topic portion ran late. I had a lot to say about those topics. I had to do a real quick portion that ran a little long. So hopefully tonight that doesn't happen as well. Because really, I'm almost done this topic. So so yeah, I basically ranted and said that Shalon needs to grow the hell up. He's a grown ass man. Why is he even doing this online? Also, what I was just saying before we was rudely interrupted by my computer, uh, that if I had beef with my mom, and then I so happen to spew our business on the street, which I wouldn't, it's tacky, yo. Like, it's real tacky because, yes, Monique's a public figure. Yes, she's not a Grammy, but an Oscar-winning actress and comedian. But she does deserve some sort of privacy. And I would say the privacy should be her family life. You know, you, Shalon, her husband, and the rest of her kids, even the adoptive one. We all, even me as you know, I'm not. Once I become at least a well-known person on YouTube, I do deserve my privacy. I do deserve not to be doxxed. I do deserve not to have to deal with certain things that I've seen certain YouTubers and content creators have to deal with. I do deserve those things. It's just with talking about all of this, I'm glad that Shalon kept it light with what he had to say. I like how he lightly brought up his mom and the situation while talking to his audience. I just feel as though that really we shouldn't know anything when it comes to Shalon and Monique's relationship. Now, by Shannon Sharp asking her that question, he just was doing good journalism. If I was Shannon Sharp, would I have brought that question to the forefront? Nah, because I believe personally that people deserve their personal personal and private lives should be. I said that wrong. That their private lives should stay private. Their personal life. No, I said that wrong again. Their personal lives should stay private. So, but, if she so happens to want to tell us anything about that, then hey, that's on her. You know what I mean? What do we have to say about all of it? Like, we're just people looking at basically a train wreck. That's all we're doing. We're watching a train wreck happen. Everybody loves a good train wreck. But I digress. Let's finish this. So where was I in all of this? Okay, so Mo and husband Sydney Hicks responded by mentioning Shalon's mental health struggles and sharing text messages from 2021 showing the mother and son in a seemingly cordial state, which resulted in Shalon taking to TikTok once again. I guess the intelligent thing to do is, assuming your son is having a mental episode, is to post personal screenshots that are 3 years old in an attempt to validate some false narrative as if they are some type of receipt, detailed Shalon. You also invaded the privacy of my daughter's grandparents by posting your receipts. Neither of you should ever speak on mental health if you thought that idea was a good one. But I would say this, like I said last week in the rant, Shalon, your mother has a mental disorder. Now, I'm not diagnosing Monique. I don't want people to get the wrong idea. But Monique dealt with a traumatic situation when she was growing up by way of her oldest brother, by doing things to her. That type of trauma stays on somebody. You gotta remember, in the black community, and I've heard countless stories like that growing up by my mom telling them on the phone to people, either with other family members or her friends about certain things. I won't divulge any names, but I remember one story of where my mom was talking about how one of her friends that she walked to school with had to deal with the fear of getting ready for school and leaving the house. That's all I'll say about that. If you catch my drift, because her father was still at home, and she had to deal with certain things where that was, grueling on her soul that she had to deal with growing up. So, it can happen to anybody. So, Shalon, you have to be more, like you said, you have to be better, because you gotta remember your mom has a mental disorder of some sort that we don't know of, but she has taken therapy for it, or for certain things, possibly. Mainly probably for that. So you got to be better at you as well, Shalon, addressing your mom. Because you got to remember, she's a well-known comedian. She can go on tour, talk about all this shit, come up with jokes about it, and the rest is history. She makes money off of her pain. So you got to remember that at all times, Shalon. So I hope you get that through your head, and I hope you can at least understand what your mother is doing, because at the end of the day, you gotta remember, once your mom dies, they're gonna be looking at you to help with the body, getting everything in order. So I hope you're ready for that time, because your mom is up in age. She's not that old, but still, anything can happen. So just be ready. That concludes tonight's main topic of the night, talking about Monique and Shalon Jackson and their retorts back to each other. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. So how about we move on to our random topic portion of the night? And the random topics portion of the week's overview is: dating coach on a popular podcast gives bad dating advice to men, well, men and women. And singer-songwriter claims popular artists are stealing publishing. So if you guys haven't seen this, this viral clip at all, you're about to see it in just a moment. I'm gonna try and do this simultaneously. So the article that I will be reading to you guys comes from the Daily Mail. And the title that I'm giving to you guys tonight is "Dating Strategist Divides the Internet After Claiming That Men Who Make Under 50K a Year Shouldn't go on dates." So remember that. A man who makes 50K shouldn't go on dates. All right? So let's do it like this.
So if you're making $50,000, don't date. I'm just being for real. You're not ready to date.
Again, I'm with you.
You're not ready to date because courtship costs.
Okay.
Everything costs. You can go for 22 walks in the park. Eventually, shorty is gonna need a sip of something. She's gonna be thirsty. This bottle of water is $3 in Atlanta. Let's not play. So if you don't have any expendable cash, don't date. And whatever that looks like for you, you might only make 50,000, but you live in a shoe, and now you got expendable cash. Or get you a bottom of the barrel bitch that's gonna date you when you have no money. If she doesn't have the expectation, and I'm gonna tell you this right now, enjoy it while it lasts, because eventually you're gonna want to run. Because she doesn't stretch you, she doesn't make you the man that you need to become. She allows you to be the stagnant dude in the same jeans for days. You know what I'm saying?
Be cutting up.
I'm
You talk about
saying.
All right. So those were her statements. All right. So let's get into the article. The internet has been left. The internet has been left bitterly divided after a podcast guest claimed that men who make under 50K a year should not go on dates. I wonder why she said that. Anyway, Tabitha Trope, I guess that's how you say her name, from Atlanta, appeared on a recent episode of the Poor Minds podcast alongside co-hosts Drea Nicole and Lex P. Lex P is the sexiest one out of the group. I'm just saying, Drea, you cute, but I'm just saying, Lex P is the sexiest one out of both of y'all. I'm just saying. Anyway, who do not disclose their last names. That doesn't matter. But anyway, I don't even know why they put that. The dating strategist had been discussing her personal standards regarding getting courted before dropping the salary stipulation bombshell. It sparked fierce debate in the comments as a person slammed Tabitha's viewpoint as being sad and problematic on so many levels. In the exchange, Tabitha boldly argued, "If you're making 50K, don't date. I'm just being real. You're not ready to date because courtship costs. Everything costs." All right, and it seemed as though the host agreed. I'm with you. I'm with you. You're right. That's what Drea said. Tabitha continued. You can go for 22 walks in the park. Eventually, Shorty is going to need a sip of something. She's going to get thirsty. Okay, well, you know, there's various ways on how you can deal with that. It's not really a problem, but you can deal with that. You can either buy the girl something to drink, or you can go and take her out for something to eat. Like, where the hell do these girls want to go out on dates at? Like, what the hell is going on with the dating market these days? Like, excuse me, it's sad to the point to where, like, I don't even understand dating these days. Like, what do these women think that men make at their jobs? Like, just regular dudes like myself. Like, I'm at the 45 to 50K a year section, so it's like I'm not able to date because I make $45 to $50,000 a year. That's insane. Like, people save money. People save money to do things. It's just not people out here that's working that's like, oh, well, the only thing that I have is my bills that I can pay, and that's it. Like, I can't do anything else. I just sit in the house all day. Look, people do shit. Like, me personally, I used to be a person that wanted to go out every weekend. I'm not like that anymore. I'd rather sit in the house. Like, you want to go out to eat? We can order in, or we can make something to eat. If you want to go out to eat, then fine, I'll take you out to eat, but I'd rather not. But to make you happy and to shut you the hell up, I'll take you out to eat. Also, if you, like, when these people do these polls that you see online, and like they go up to a woman and be like, what are you looking for in a guy? The first thing they always say is, I want them to make at least $200,000 a year. And it's like, what the fuck are you talking about? $200,000 a year. Look, if a dude's making $200,000 a year, he's not gonna want to date you. There's better women that are probably make just as much or just enough to where he's looking at that other woman like, hey, you make money, I make money. Let's just bring it together and let's do our thing. Or he's hiring escorts. Or he's hiring hookers or strippers to do whatever the hell he has to do, and he gets on with his life. But where are these women getting this? Where are women getting this notion that, like, most of these women be broke they damn selves talking this type of shit, or they make just enough to get by. So why the hell is it that these women are out here talking shit, such as Tabitha? Let me bring her picture back up. Such as Tabitha. Like, we gotta be honest with ourselves, and I would say Tabitha isn't a bad looking female, but I will say, Tabitha, there's a lot of men that's gonna go in on your face. They're gonna say you got a big face. They're gonna say that you got broad shoulders. They're gonna say you ain't got no neck. They're gonna say that you're a little chubby in the midsection. I don't know what you look like from the back. I'll just say that you have a decent ass. I don't know what your ass looks like from what you're wearing. But I will say this. It looks as if you probably don't have issues in the dating department, but for the men that you're looking for, that you want to have you that you want to take you seriously, that are probably rich, they're probably not taking you seriously. Cause just, like I said, you don't have you're a good looking woman, but you have an ugly attitude. So that demotes your looks by 5. So if I thought you were an 8 or a 7 or an 8, your attitude drops you by 5. That puts you at either a 3 or a 2. So you got to look at shit like that. I don't know who's dating you. I don't care. It's none of my business. But I will say this: do something else. Do something else. All right, because you can't be talking shit when you look like this. And I will bring back up let's bring the video back up and see how she was being choked in that dress she was wearing. Like, just look at it. Like, it looks like you didn't buy your size for that dress or pantsuit or whatever that it is. Now, I'm not going in on her because, like I said, I do believe she is a nice looking chick, but she has an ugly fucking attitude, and I believe this is where women are losing in the dating department, because there's lots of podcasts out here and there's dudes telling you guys, look, y'all's attitude ain't the best, and y'all are really making it hard on yourselves when it comes to dating, because you want all of this but you're not giving anything back. You gotta remember, a relationship is a give and take. It's a compromise. It just isn't we do what you want and only what you want and that's all. No, it doesn't work like that. Like, I don't understand where these women get this attitude from. Like, I'm pretty sure they wasn't raised this way, but I'm pretty sure your mothers and fathers have told you growing up, look, if you ever get married, make sure you marry a man that's well within his means. Or some of them are so ignorant to say marry a rich man. Hey, if they can get to a rich man that'll love them forever, hey, more power to you. But you can't just have your cake and eat it too. Most times, just saying, can't have your cake and eat it too sometimes. But the ball's in your court, Tabitha and Drea and Lex. Just saying, the ball's in y'all's court. But let's get back to this article. So, the co-host let out a laugh as the guest insisted this bottle of water is $3 in Atlanta. Let's not play. So if you don't have any expendable cash, don't date. You might only make 50K, but you live in a shoe, and now you got expendable cash. But look, even with that, right? Let me get back to what I was saying earlier. People save up to have expendable cash. Like, some people may have the necessary savings that they need, such as, you know, accidentals. You know what I'm saying? Just in case something happens, like you need your car fixed, or if something breaks in your house and you need that fixed, they have that money set to the side just in case if anything happens. You also have an emergency fund just in case, you know, you have a bad accident, or you hurt yourself. and you need to pay for your medical bills. People have that emergency fund or whatever. Some people have a fund just in case they throw their hands in the air and be like, "Fuck it," you know what I'm saying? Fuck life, and that's the fund that they pull from. Or you know what I'm saying? Like, as grown people, we should have all of this, even if we do make 50 so K a year. Gotta take some time not doing nothing for a while, and then when you have it to where whatever you take out, you can put back in, and your life is basically on autopilot, and you can go on trips when you want to and stuff like that, then okay, you have the expendable cash. But the only thing I would say is if you're dead broke, this is probably what they're talking about. If a man is dead broke and they are out here lying, because let's take the RessaTeesa story. Her husband was lying to her since the jump. So, but the dude had expendable cash. Like I said, I haven't finished it, but I do know the story. The dude was a forklift driver somewhere. So forklift drivers make decent amount of money. They make a decent amount of money to where he can buy Jordans and Aeropostale and what's the other high-end brands, Banana Republic, and if he so happens to save up enough, he can buy Louis Vuitton and Gucci and shit like that, which it don't cost that much, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm pretty sure he can foot the bill of $800 shoe, maybe. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was making probably $50,000 and had expendable cash. You know what I'm saying? So it's like this is entirely wrong. Like, I don't understand where she gets this from. But we will see. She continued by saying, or you get yourself a bottom of the barrel bitch that's gonna date you when you have no money, which those are the best ones. If she doesn't have the expectation, and I'm gonna tell you this right now and enjoy it while it lasts, because eventually you're going to want to run because she doesn't stretch you. No, those are the ones that usually do have it to where that they challenge you. Because if they're in it for the long haul, they're going to want you to be the best version that you can be. So if I'm with a woman, let's say I was dead broke, and I was with a woman that didn't mind that I was dead broke, and let's say she had either a little bit or if not anything, then we can sit there and build together. So if we're sitting there building together, this is us. Like, this is what we did. Like, we went from driving two beat up cars to having two Mercedes Benzes in our driveway. When we both met each other, we both were living with our parents, and now since we have two cars in the driveway, we got this 4-bedroom house with a basement, a finished basement. You know what I'm saying? A 3-story house or 2-story house with a basement, which I think that would be a 3-story house. But anyway, you know what I mean? Like, this is what we did. This, you know what I'm saying? Some people want that. Some people want that story, or some people don't mind that story. Like, I met her, I was dead broke. She accepted me as I was, and we both built this life that we have together by ourselves. What Drea, Nicole, Lex P, and Tabitha want, they want the guy that already has it so they can siphon from it. They don't want to be a wife. They want to be a side piece. They want to be eye candy. They don't want the relationship. They want the benefits of a relationship. That's what they want. That's what at least what it sounded like. But anyway, she doesn't make you the man that you need to become. She allows you to be this stagnant dude in the same jeans for days. You know what I'm saying. Anyway. The clip was uploaded to the podcast's official Instagram page alongside a caption that read, "This is gonna ruffle some feathers." It was quickly flooded with thousands of comments by viewers sharing mixed reactions. On one hand, many did not agree with Tabitha's opinion. One person wrote, "I dated a man making 45K a year when we started dating. With our drive and my support as his partner, he was making 100K a year later. 300K 3 years later. By 5 years, he was clearing $1 million. Just to be clear, I'm far from bottom of the barrel, but okay, y'all keep passing up good men based on current income status. Everyone has to start somewhere." Another person wrote, "I was broke for years when I first started out, and hold on, my then girlfriend, now wife, paid for everything. I just had a dream and an ambition. She helped me build my first company that turned into a multi-company enterprise. My average business makes $1 million a year, and my top business makes $1 million some days. Uh, if you believe it in your man, don't miss out on your soulmate for money." See, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Like, they're passing up good dudes that have ambition, that probably want the same things that they want, but they're passing up because they don't have it right now. So they'll never find that guy, nor will they have the family that they so happen to dream about. Maybe if they even are thinking about having kids, because I believe both of them are in their 30s, so time's ticking. Anyway, a third person wrote, "50K is regular and normal for normal people. Not everyone wants Chanel bags." Another person added, "These women talk about dating a man that actually has a job and makes money, but then judging his value of 50K. Yet most people in general don't even have a thousand saved for emergencies. The audacity is real. What happened to connecting with people for their character traits and how they treat people? This conversation is exhausting." And it is. It's very exhausting because simply that they're only basing their uh solely because they're only basing their viewpoint off of how much money a man makes. Now, if they had it to where they base it off a man's character, like how does he treat his family, how does he treat his mother, how does he treat people that he doesn't know, like those are the things that count the most, because then that reflects on you. If he treats his mother bad and he treats people that he meets bad, then most likely he's going to treat you bad. So it's like the dichotomy of this is that they don't understand what a real man looks like. Now, I owe all that to rap music. I'm only playing. But let's just look at it though. They live in Atlanta, so there's a lot of the types that RessaTeesa was dealing with, liars. So they run into a lot of liars. They might say, "Yeah, I'm an executive over at Tyler Perry Studios." Like, they probably get that a lot. I'm a I don't know. I'm a VP of Coca-Cola or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because the Coca-Cola office, as well as I believe their manufacturing plant is in Atlanta. So, or no, I believe that they moved that out. Yeah. I think they moved that out. But anyway, But yeah, I'm pretty sure the offices, the offices are still there. So I'm pretty sure they get those dudes like, yeah, I'm senior VP at Coca-Cola brands and stuff like that. Like, they're not really dating dudes that actually have a 9 to 5, like that actually do the hustle and bustle of a daily person. You know what I mean? Like, more so what they do is rather easy, or what I'm doing right now is rather easy compared to what someone that doesn't, that what they do, what someone does at a 9 to 5. Like, a 9 to 5 isn't easy because, number one, you're leaving your family for various amounts of time. You have to deal with other people's attitudes. You have to deal with people who don't want to be there. You know what I'm saying? You have to deal with people um who don't want to deal with the people that they work with on a daily basis. Like, it's a lot of factors. It's a lot of factors that go into a 9 to 5. And you got to deal with other people's attitudes as well. Like, you have to deal with that part of the whole thing. And it's like, this shit ain't easy. This whole 9 to 5 work. This podcast shit's easy. Like, if I could give y'all a podcast every day like I was doing back in 2000 and I think it was 2022, where y'all saw me damn near almost every day, and I kind of built my channel up like that, and I did not do it last year like I was supposed to, but time goes on. But that's rather easy to do, like, to come on the internet, build an audience, have topics that people want to hear, and then you log off. If I could do that every day, I'll be straight. But I don't know if one part of me would miss the whole part of having to be up at a certain time, getting ready. If I treated this like a job, then maybe I won't miss the day-to-day stuff. But if I treated it as if this is a hobby I'm making money from, then I probably wouldn't take it as seriously. But what they do is rather easy. You sit there for an hour, or they probably sit there and film like 5 episodes at a time, maybe, with various guests, or if not just themselves, and then they go home. So you're working, let's say, 3 to 4 hours a day, maybe 5, to someone's 8, and you're complaining that you meeting a guy who makes $50K a year. Like, just stop the nonsense. Like, for real, let's stop the nonsense. Let's move on. I don't even know where the hell I lost. Okay, here we go. Another commenter add that this is the worst advice I've heard. Everyone can't make the money that they think everyone is making. To shame another woman with another man's pocket is crazy. It's okay if you make $50K. There's someone out there for everyone. Why is a bottom of the barrel? Hold on. Why is a bottom of the barrel woman? And she has a question mark after this. That doesn't make any sense. What if she sees potential and he's actually working to become better financially? Yet, on the other hand, there were still some followers who agreed with Tabitha's opinion. One person wrote, "No lies told, a man shouldn't date if he isn't financially stable on a certain level, especially in this day and age. Truth is truth." Another commenter wrote, "You right, fellas, get your money up." Like, where the fuck do these women, like, what reality do these women live in? Like, this shit is wild. Like, this shit is wild. So this is what I want to do. I want to go to her Instagram page and I want to look at some shit on Tabitha's Instagram page. So let me share my screen and let's go to her Instagram page. So this is Tabitha, sweet to elite. Now it seems as though that in her it seems as though in her picture up here, can I enlarge that? Okay, am I able to enlarge that? Maybe not. Anyway, she it looks like in this picture she was rather slim at a certain point. I guess the pandemic got to her. But okay, let's go through her. Can I zoom in on this stuff? I can. All right. So she says, "Hey, I just wanted to let you know that you definitely know what you're doing. I don't know what that means, but let's look at some other stuff. I don't know. Let's see what this is all about. Um, it's Christmas time and Papa Claus is outside. Okay, that's not even important. I guess she got herself a new car. Maybe I don't know. Whatever. Maybe she got kids. Let's go back. What's this ugly face for? Trigger warning. Let's see what else. My face explains how greasy and raw this live was. I will save this if it gets enough shares and tags. If not, it will retire to the level up library for my students to appreciate. Thanks for sharing. Okay, that's she's saying. No, she's looks like she's singing. So I'm not about to open that up to see what that's about. I don't even know what this is about. POV, treated yourself to a French kiss martini. Here, okay, whatever that is. Let's see what this is. Okay, so maybe this is what they're talking about here. Look at God. Thank you, Sherry Show TV, for giving me a platform, and thank you, Sherry Shepherd, for breaking down the message. Mine was raw, yours was sweet, like you, but baby, it still hit hard. I would love to come on the show and go deeper if you're willing to have me. If y'all would love to see, no, let's not even go through all that. So one woman, I don't. She says Sherry looked absolutely beautiful. Okay, they're kissing ass. She forgot food, gas, a few other basics, and something for saving. He'd probably be left with $650. If you're in NYC or LA, probably won't be anything left because rent is sky high. Glad it's reaching a big daytime show. Wow. Here's Sherry Shepherd. Please bring her on the show. Oh no, that's not Sherry Shepherd. It looked like Sherry Shepherd. Um, found your page because of her. No, I need to know how you lost 17 in 3.5. Help me, sis. How she lose, what, 17 pounds in 3.5? Was that 3.5 days? Ozempic. You know what I mean? Anyway, coach, stop worrying about your weight. I'm so proud of you. Get it, girl. I'm grateful for you. Where you live at, where a 1 BD apartment costs $1,000. Everywhere, bitch. Like, what the fuck is you talking about? Ashley Banks' life, where you live at, where a 1 bedroom apartment costs 1K. Everywhere. Inflation. The fuck? I wonder what the haters will talk about once they can no longer use your weight because your face cards stay active. And we're gonna look at that too without makeup. For anyone thinking she is simply teaching gold digging, go catch the end of this segment. She goes on to suggest how a man should save his residual income and invest it instead of chasing cat. Everyone is talking about these things, but the sister crunched some raw numbers for you. Hopefully, it didn't crunch your ego. Well, what's your name? Uh, Amer. I guess that's how you would say your name. If they would have put that at the end, then no one would be having this discussion. But if she crunched some numbers at the end, how someone can invest their money and stuff like that, then hey, anything that I say tonight, I'll take back. But since that wasn't a clip, this is what the fuck we're talking about right now. So let's continue. It's becoming more clear since women outnumber men 10-1. Kings stay single, date who you want, to, and keep your money to yourself. And this goes for 50K through 300K earners. What does today's woman bring to the table that we can't buy? Damn. Now, I want to come back real fast, and I want to hide this, and I want to come back. Damn.
Bruh.
What does a man? Hold on. What do you say again? What does today's woman bring to the table that we can't buy? Now, I don't agree with the last part, but let's look at the first part. What does a woman bring in today's society? Now, there's a minuscule number of women that I'm not talking about when I say this. But what is today's woman bringing to us these days? Are they bringing anything at all? Because if they were, women like Tabitha and women like Lex P and Dre and Nicole, they wouldn't be having this discussion, because they would be well within their rights, knowing that that I'm a single female, and if I ever got into a relationship, this is what I would bring to a relationship. If you're just bringing your good looks, fat booty, and your big ass titties, then ain't much more you can do for me other than fuck me and leave. That's it. And once I sweat your manicured face off and I see what you really look like underneath all that makeup, then I'm really gonna want you to leave if you don't look better than you do in makeup. So, to his comment as well. Let me go back to it. Or matter of fact, I'll share the screen again so we can go back to it. That we can't buy. Now, I want to see the comments on this. His name is I Am Icon. So she retorts him and says, just really hate that you haven't found a woman who adds value to your life. However, I will say this. You are what you attract. Okay. So this is what he says back. I'm great. There are some dope women around me and very interested. But I'm speaking for men that have to put up with this warped new age mindset from women that I guess he meant that a man owe them the world. They bring very little to the connection, but sex, entitlement, and delusion that they are more valuable than they really are. I'm not being an asshole with my comments. Some women are outstanding, but like I said, a minuscule amount is only what I was who I wasn't talking to. Just like he says here, not being an asshole. Some women are outstanding, which they are. But the focus on money and not the character, integrity, and spirit of a man is wild. I think that's a recipe for a single woman or a woman that consistently played by men with money. So she retorts back to him, "Oh, not that's very much a part of the equation of what makes a high value man." That bullshit again. There's no such thing as a high value man. Money is not the determining factor. However, it is a factor nonetheless for the sale of longevity. Okay, so he goes back and says there's a big difference between high value and high earning. High earning absolutely doesn't make you high value. Just like uh, body work, makeup, BBL, and weave doesn't make a woman pretty or sexy. Like I said, new chicks just want a sponsor, a come up, a meal ticket. I agree with you. Dating is expensive. No, the dates you want to go on is expensive. Like, y'all remember that list that came out? The list of places women don't want to go on a date, such as Cheesecake Factory, Olive Garden, and Red Lobster, places like that. Check this out. If I plan a date and I choose to go to one of those places, and you so happen to want to act up and not either want to go in or you want to complain about the place within itself while we're there, the bills are getting split. I hope you can afford your half, because once I pay my bill, I'm out. I'm not sticking around. So if you can't afford your side, you should shut the fuck up. You should shut all the way the fuck up. So now I agree. If a man can't afford to take a woman on a nice date, I do agree he shouldn't be dating. But it's not about the date within itself. It's about being around the person. If this is the person you want to be around, then it shouldn't be an issue where you guys go. But if the onus is just on, I want to be here, I want to be at this restaurant because I don't want to be at this restaurant because all women agree that we shouldn't be taking on dates at these restaurants, then you can go to that restaurant. Why am I here? Like I should have never got dressed. I should have never came on this date. Why are we speaking to each other right now? Like, you should have made this you should have made this known before I even thought about taking you out. Like, why is it an issue once we get somewhere? No, the issue is that this is where we're going. You don't want to be here. I suggest you I suggest you order a Lyft or a Uber, because you gotta get the fuck out my car. If y'all think, well, fuck it. I'm that type of dude. I will leave you there. I don't care. If you are less than thankful, you are. I don't want to be around you anymore. That means no. I'm not dropping you off back home. No, call a friend or call an Uber. I'm not responsible for you anymore. Now, some people will say, well, Marcus, you can get in trouble for that. If she so happens to get snatched, it's your fault that you kicked her out your car. No, I'm going to make sure we're in a public place. I'll take her to the mall. Like, usually, go. Some of my dates are usually at nice restaurants at the mall. Go into the mall. Do some shopping. I'm out. You gonna call the cops that I'm leaving you? I'm out. Like, bye. Take my my license plate number down. I'll let the police officer know. if I so happen to be caught on the highway. Look, check this out, officer. She started to complain once we pulled up to our destination. She said that she didn't want to go into a place like Cheesecake Factory, such and such, Longhorn Steakhouse, Texas Roadhouse. She didn't want to go there. So I told her, okay, well, you have to get the fuck out of my car because since you want to complain and we don't even know each other, you got to get out of my car. I don't feel comfortable around you anymore. Now, pretty sure the police officer will probably understand. He'll probably give me the long talk of, just make sure, just if you could you go back and go get her, take her home. I'm gonna tell him no, I am not, and I will not. She's on her own. She's in a public place. She should be safe. It's a mall. She's fine, but she's gonna have to find her own way home because I don't feel comfortable being around her anymore. Because if she could sit there and complain about something, then it just lets me know that she possibly has a bad temper. And I don't want to be on the opposite end of her temper. Because I don't hit women anymore. And that was a joke. I don't want anybody getting they panties in a bunch. That was a joke. Let's go on to some other shit on her page. Okay, so who's this guy? Check this out. Y'all see this? Right here? The last one. Top 10 places to meet high-value rich men. Wow. Well, I guess this is one of those men. I guess she's into white guys. Dr. Umar is turning in his bed right now as we speak. When he looks good, I look crazy, and vice versa. My man, what an incredible Valentine's Day surprise. He's been wanting to see this. Hold on. He's been wanting to see this man forever, and I guess she meant I'm so glad I'm able to check this off his list with him. Where the fuck did y'all go? All right, let's continue. Let's see what this is all about. Top places to meet high-value men or rich men. So it says auctions, gym with sauna, rooftop lounge, cigar bar, green bar, dog park, sporting events, golf, casino, shooting range. Okay. Let's see some more. The Gentleman's Guide to Success. The step-by-step process I use every day to make 10K a week and turn followers into funds. Learn how to create, market, and sell your digital product, or sell this done-for-you digital course with master resale rights until you do. Okay. Well, at least she has some sort of, I guess she has some sort of, way that she teaches people how to enrich themselves, which is cool. The Real Side Chicks of Los Angeles, so she's a side bitch. That's crazy. Why you should never date a man making 5K. Is this a video? Can you turn this on? Okay, Oh, okay. Well, I guess this is a man that makes 10K. This is what he looks like. I mean, 50K. All right. How to find a high-value Christian man with money. You have to start getting out in Christian community events. The roadmap. What? The roadmap. What? The roadmap. There's nothing. Okay, whatever. Not important. Hold on. This is what I wanted to look at. I guess because you have hundreds in your purse at all times. Well, that's good to know. I know when I see you, I can rob your ass. Now I got all the money. Let me take you out on a date. At a cigar lounge. Anyway, let's see. So I guess she just has a gripe with niggas who make 50K or less, cause she's made multiple videos about this shit. Oh, so she had a pantsuit on. I'm saying the profile picture doesn't look like the face profile itself, and I ain't hating.
Bruh.
All right, hold on. Oh, so she is a side bitch. Oh, that's crazy. It's somewhere down here. You see this stupid shit? Flaunting money. Man, look, if I'm ever in LA, or if I'm ever in Atlanta, wherever she lives, if I so happen to be in the same vicinity as her, I'm taking pictures and I'm telling all, because niggas is getting robbed in LA for little shit. And motherfuckers is getting robbed in Atlanta for little shit. But they gonna come up, goddammit. And I hope they see all of this. I hope they see all of this. I'm not trying to get the chick robbed, but hey, y'all do what y'all gotta do. Okay, this was probably her when she was much skinnier than usual. You can see it in her face. Now, okay, let's take a face shot here. Y'all see this, right? Now let's go up. Well, matter of fact, we ain't gotta go too far. Right here, you can see how the face is much bigger. See, face is a little bit bigger, neck a little bit thicker. Right here, neck a little bit smaller, face a little smaller and ain't as swollen, but still got that big chin. But she's still cute. I would date her. Oh, so I guess this is her man. This is her. Okay. So it makes sense. It makes sense. She was a sugar baby, then she became the main squeeze. 3 reasons why rich men aren't attracted to you. This is her and dude again. Things men need to hear. So basically, stroke a man's ego. How to make men do anything you want. How to get 15K in less than in 30 days. Bitch, what you committing? Robberies? Like, what the fuck is going on? It's around here somewhere. She called where to meet a high value rich man. Save this post. Where do you find him at? This ain't the post. Where's the post? There's the post. Look up the place you want to go on Google by typing this sentence. Best places to find rich men near me. Okay. Tap on Yelp. Promise someone has already figured it out for you. Bars that are cool for finding rich men in Philadelphia or whatever city you're in. Scroll until you see this. I guess what days and what time you go. So it looks like around about 5:30 or 6. So it says 6 usually is busy on a Friday. So you go on a Friday around 6, and that's when you'll find a rich man in whatever city. So I appreciate that she's giving game to women, but she had to go through leaps and bounds and basically play herself as, you know, someone that's well, I don't know. Man, I hope homie saved all them receipts. That's all I gotta say. I hope homie saved all the receipts because he's gonna be sending you an invoice after y'all break up. He gonna send your ass an invoice after you guys get done. Anyway, that concludes that topic. Let's move into the last random topic of the night, and I got this from Live Journal. And the title is Songwriter Tiffany Red calls out popular singers for stealing publishing on songs they didn't write. So, if you guys haven't seen this, if you guys haven't seen this video, this is what I'll do. I'll read the article first, then I'll play the video because I have it to where I'm playing the video first. But I'll read the article first, and then I'll allow her to talk. Okay, so singer-songwriter Tiffany Red took to the internet to call out some major artists taking publishing rights away from songwriters. She started by saying that in almost every record she has done, she has written when the artist was not in the room. She then goes, hold on, I believe I read that wrong. So let's read that over. She starts by saying, okay, that in almost every record she has done, she has written when the artist was not in the room. She then goes into detail about some songs she's worked on for some big name acts, break down when the song was written, and talks about artists taking publishing credits away from the songwriters. Artists and songs mentioned. Zendaya replay. Zendaya got 10% of the publishing. She did not write. Hold on. Let me show you guys what Tiffany Red looks like. That's Tiffany Red. I believe I brought Tiffany Red up when I was talking about the whole Diddy situation. She's friends with Cassie. She helped Cassie write some songs for her album that never came out, her second album that never came out, and she told a story about when I believe she was going to Cassie's birthday, one of Cassie's birthday parties. I believe it was her 29th birthday party, and she was staying with Cassie that night. Diddy came and got her. They did a freak off, and then she came back crying, and Diddy came back aggressive, talking about "Ain't you the singing bitch or whatever? Ain't that you?" and all that, and she goes into all of that in an interview that she did with a New York news station, and the rest is history. So let's get back to the article. So Zendaya, a song Zendaya recorded. Zendaya got 10% of the publishing. She did not write on the song. It was written at a Rihanna songwriting camp and was on hold for Rihanna. It was then on hold for ONTD. Hold on. It was on hold for ONTD's own Rita Ora, and then it went to Zendaya. From what I know on how people can get song rights or publishing rights, is if they add in something, like let's say during recording, while they're recording, let's say like something isn't working and someone just suggests, just a regular old person that's sitting in the room suggests, instead of you doing it like that, maybe you should do it like this and change this word to this word, and then it should flow better. That person then can get a writer's credit for that. So although she did write the song initially, somebody adds in or switches something up or whatever, their name then gets added to the writing credits. So let's continue. Cause hold on, before we continue, Nick Cannon said that he has a writer's credit on one of Kanye's songs. Now I don't know if we can find it anywhere, but Nick Cannon said on one of his podcasts, or a podcast he was on, that he helped write a song with Kanye, and then whatever. Anyway, I believe he said it was on the not the graduation album, the late registration album, I believe. So Tamara Braxton King, Tiffany Red wrote that song for herself in her own living room. Seven Streeter, Just Being Honest is the song. So she then says hold on. She then says, I'm reading this wrong. I'm so sorry. She then says she calls out Beyonce specifically, and I'll read that in just a second. Because she has the money, power, and influence to change things. She says she spoke to somebody who managed someone who wrote and produced on Renaissance a particular song that was written 6 years before it got to Beyonce, and Beyonce got 25% of the publishing. Okay, now we all know that Beyonce is a songwriter, and as I just said, Beyonce can look at the lyrics, scratch some stuff out, and rewrite some stuff, and then she then gets a writer's credit for it. So this post says that Tiffany posted on Instagram. Let me put this a little bit bigger. My hope is that on Act 2 at Beyonce will pay songwriters a songwriter's fee and master points, and not take publishing or songwriting credit on any songs she did not write. I hope so too, Tiffany. All right, so she said she spoke to another person involved with Renaissance that didn't get proper credit. She then says the person, not the person, she then says the reason people who work for Beyonce don't talk is because they're all on NDAs. She spoke to a writer on one of Beyonce's previous records who told her that they didn't want any trouble and just let Beyonce take the publishing. That's wrong. You shouldn't have it like that, Beyonce. Hold on, why is this here? Oh, okay, I see why I have that there. I don't even know if I'm gonna use that. Maybe I will. Yeah, I probably will. Yeah, I'll use that. So let me get to it. Hold on.
I have Maybach music. Yo.
My answer.
You know what?
And
Okay,
I agree.
Okay, hold up. Okay, so it should be there. So, she spoke to says just take publishing, and so, okay, so this is what Corey Holcomb, and I'll be speaking about him in just a little bit. This is what Corey Holcomb had to say about Beyonce, about what Beyonce said herself. Here we go.
I have a video in my phone with Beyonce sitting in the room with her little guys who help her come up with this stuff.
Oh, here we go.
Look at it. Oh, here we go. This is what I'm saying. Everybody, this is all on video to show what's up. But I'm going to try to continue my point.
Sorry, I just remember you saying it. Go ahead.
No. It's all good. On the video, Beyonce said, because they was at somebody's show. On the video, Beyonce said, I know they hate we here because we gonna take all they stuff. Ever since I have confirmation that she was a hack, I'm not interested in nothing she does.
Okay, it's a clip or it's a full video? Because stuff could have meant a number of things.
Of course you gonna say.
Like what? What the fuck else could it mean? If she is going somewhere where some music is going to be happening or something of the sort, or something that might inspire her. What if she says, I know they hate that we're here because we gonna take all their stuff? Well, let's run it down the line. What she stole. Carrie Hilson is no longer making music anymore. Is she or is she not? Carrie Hilson had a beef, so to say, not really, with Beyonce. Carrie Hilson is no longer making music anymore. All right, another person. Y'all remember A. Marie? Well, guess what Beyonce took away from A. Marie? Her producer. And in several songs that A. Marie was working on for her third album, Beyonce took some of those songs. Now, the third album A. Marie was working on was more so like a DC go-go type of album. It was gonna be mixed. It was gonna be mixed though. It was gonna be mixed with R&B and go-go and stuff like that. It was gonna be a very eclectic album or whatever. But she wanted to show her roots of DC and give us go-go, which Wale hasn't done one yet, and he said he wants to do a go-go album. But A. Marie was going to do a go-go album. Well, Beyonce stole the producer away from her, and now Beyonce also, like, this is crazy. Beyonce has stolen a lot of shit, and people look at it as, oh, Beyonce's so great. Nah, Beyonce isn't at all. And that's me saying it. I don't give a fuck about the Beehive. Fuck them. But you can, the video's scrubbed. I looked for it. The video is scrubbed off the internet. You can't find this bitch nowhere. Unless I go into the Wayback Machine. But I'm pretty sure we can find it then. But, now, should I do that? Should I embarrass Beyonce? Nah, I ain't trying to beat Jay-Z up. Anyway, so, But if you guys type in your computer on Google, go to Google and type in the Wayback Machine. It'll bring up a website. So the Wayback Machine is a website of archives of the internet. If you type in Beyonce says we're gonna steal all their stuff, I'm pretty sure that video will pop up. I guarantee you it'll pop up. But anyway, Corey made his point. So to finish this off before we get into Tiffany Red's video, she calls out the power dynamic at play and discusses how musicians need to be held accountable for the business practices they engage in. She calls out the exploitation of writers by artists getting rich off of other people's work. She goes on to discuss racism in the industry, capitalism, wage theft, and abuse of power, of which we've heard Beyonce does a lot of. So, I will play Tiffany Red's video and I will go off camera as well. So, here's Tiffany Red's video.
I have written when the artist was not in the room. I'll go through my own songs. Replay. Zendaya got 10% of the publishing, I think. She did not write on the song. She didn't. That song was written at a Rihanna song camp. It was on hold for Rihanna. Then it was on hold for Rita Ora. Famous came to me and said, yo, Tiff, there's this artist named Zendaya. We should cut Replay on her. So Zendaya got publishing and writer credit. She did not write on Replay. King by Tamar Braxton. I wrote and produced that song. I wrote that song for myself as an artist. In my living room. Tamar got, I don't know what she ended up getting. I think I own like 85% of that song. But I should own all of it because I did all of it. She didn't write shit. Seven Streeter, who's a songwriter. This one really hurt my heart. Seven Streeter, Just Being Honest. Me and Mansour did that song. It was originally called Bitch. I wrote that song by myself. I'm not even really a big co-writer like that. I prefer writing songs by myself because, I don't know, I just prefer to write like that. So I have a lot of records that I have placed that either have one co-writer on or that I've written solo dolo, right? Seven ended up with 10% of that record. I fought like hell for her to not have any of the publishing because she didn't write anything on it. Publishing is my only source of income. And by the way, none of the artists that I've mentioned have a career anything close to in music Beyonce. None of them do. But the reason why I'm bringing up my experience with every artist or almost every artist that I've worked with that has taken publishing that they did not earn on the songs that I wrote for them is because there is a precedent that's set. The reason why I called out Beyonce is because Beyonce is the Michael Jackson of our generation. And so if there's anybody...
Bruh.
I wouldn't go that far. I really wouldn't go that far. Now, a lot of people might disagree with me, but we have to be for real when it comes to this. Michael Jackson was electrifying. Like, if we look at, you can go online, you can go on YouTube, type in Michael Jackson concerts. We can't do this with Beyonce. Just type in Michael Jackson concert. There's a slew, because I go and watch Michael Jackson concerts damn near almost every week. Michael Jackson, if you go and look at those concerts, they're normally somewhere around 2.5 to 3 hours. He's playing all the hits. He's playing the new songs as well of that time. But we gotta remember, Michael Jackson, although he didn't come up with the moonwalk, he popularized the moonwalk, which was really called the backslide. But he popularized that dance to where everybody was doing it. What's a dance that Beyonce came up with that everybody was doing? And when I say everybody, I mean everybody. Kids, grown people, teenagers, everybody was trying to do the moonwalk. Everybody still does the kick. Everybody still does the moonwalk. That's how much staying power Michael Jackson had. If Beyonce leaves tomorrow, she won't be missed. I'm just saying this because I'm being honest. If Beyonce left tomorrow, we would move on. Because Beyonce has done nothing in her career that gives her staying power. We got to remember, her record label didn't want to put out her first album because they thought it wouldn't do well. So, although they put the album out, but they didn't use much marketing behind it, it became a hit because her Destiny Child fans helped that album get to where it was. As well as when it comes to her second, no, not her second album, her Renaissance album that just came out, last year or something like that. I don't know what y'all think house music is. It's not what Beyonce was doing. Drake came close, but y'all gonna have to do me a favor. Y'all gotta go onto YouTube or to Spotify or Apple Music or wherever it is where you get music. And I need for you to type in Chicago house music. Hell, right now, as I'm speaking, if you go onto Twitch or to Twitter, and you type in, what's homie's name again? Hold on, let me find him on my phone. What's his name? What's homeboy's name? I follow this dude. It was Ron what? I should have put that in a hashtag. I would have found them faster. Let me do that. Alright, where's dude at? I have to go to my page and go to my follows because I can find them faster. Ron Tinsley. If you go on either Twitter or Twitch, or probably Kick as well. If you type in Ron Tinsley, RonTinsley, Ron Tinsley, he does a live video. He does live videos on his Instagram. Oh, not his Instagram, but his well, I should check Twitch to see if he's on right now. I'll probably get flagged, but I don't care. I'll play this shit. Let me see. Ron Tinsley. All right, well, he's not on Twitch. Let me try Rumble. Let me see if he's on Rumble. He's not on Rumble. But he is on Twitter though. If you type in Ron Tinsley, you can find his videos. And it's usually like 2 to 3 hours. And I wonder if he's still doing them on YouTube. Hope that ain't him. No, that's not him. All right, so he has a channel called I believe it's no, I'm not subscribed to that. Videos. Is it the Red Garden? At least the Red Garden. Matter of fact, I know I'm putting y'all. I know I'm pausing this to do this, but I'm trying to make a point. So he had a YouTube channel where he will go live every Friday, and he damn, did they take his videos down? Oh shit, they took his videos down. Yeah, they took a lot of his videos down. Damn, he must have deleted the channel altogether. Yeah, damn, he did. Oh shit. That's crazy. Anyway, so he took down. I guess he deleted his channel because he was getting flagged because they were mixing in other music like music from today and like other music because that's basically what house music is. It's popular music mixed with up-tempo beats and loud bass and stuff like that. What the fuck Beyonce was doing wasn't that. She was making songs. Although some house music is in song form, but mostly it's either just a beat with some words or it's a beat with chanting over it, like just saying something like love yourself, and then it's just repeats itself, and you just sit there and you dance the entire time. But what Beyonce was doing wasn't that, and I hated the album. Like when I heard she was coming out with a house album, I was like, okay, because I had just gotten into house music over the pandemic. So I was like, okay, so I'll check it out. I'll see what it's about. I heard, I flipped past every song. I was like, this shit sounds like pop R&B. Like it doesn't sound like house, or the house I'm used to listening to, or what I got into. So you know what I mean, y'all do yourselves a favor. Go on wherever you listen to music at, YouTube, Apple Music, Spotify, Google Music, or whatever. Type in Chicago House or you can do the derivatives. You can do like the mainstream stuff of house, such as like Crystal Waters and stuff like that, or you can do Baltimore house music. I mean, Baltimore club music. That's a form of house music. Or you can do New Jersey house music, or like I was saying earlier, go-go music. Go-go music is a derivative of house music. So, I mean, try your hand at that before you go and judge and say, "Well, Beyonce made the best house music album of all time." It's like, ugh, no, she didn't. Like Crystal Waters can sing her under the table. I forgot the lady that sings "Finally It Happened." I forgot her name. But yeah, y'all do yourselves a favor. Y'all listen to that. I'll let Tiffany finish what she was saying.
That could reshape the precedent, if there's anybody that could influence the industry, that had the power and the money and the cultural thing to say, you know what, y'all, you're right. These songwriters have been out here. We've been in the street, literally. I have been in the street in front of Spotify. I've been in front of Universal. I have sat and I have talked to all y'all publishers. I talked to y'all publishers. I talked to the DSPs. I talked to the copyright royalty, the U.S. Copyright Office. I talked to NMPA. I talked to RIAA. I talked to SONA. I talked to NSAI. I talked to all of them. And guess what? Y'all are still broke. Okay? That's the fucking truth, right? Okay? So the people that are like, oh, this is not true.
They're still broke? What? Yo, that's wild. Now, okay, we can say, Beyonce's not broke because she has $1 billion or whatever. But if she splits from Jay-Z, she will no longer have $1 billion. Tamara Braxton, she's probably broke. Zendaya, she acts, so she's probably not broke. Seventh Streeter, probably broke.
Had somebody call it propaganda yesterday. It's not fucking propaganda. The reality is there is no A-list artist, B-list artist, or C-list artist that's not taking publishing, because that is the way the music industry works. And to deny that is delusional. And what I will not allow is for anybody to make me feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone, because I know I'm not in the Twilight Zone. I can pull up my records. I talked to somebody yesterday. Somebody's a manager of somebody who is a writer and producer on Renaissance. Okay? The record is one of y'all faves. The song was written.
It probably was Church Girl, because I believe that was the song all the girls liked when that album came out, was Church Girl. So, I guess she didn't write that.
6 years before it got to Beyonce. She got 25% of the song. I've talked to another writer who wrote and sang on one of your favorite songs. Credit not right, all kind of shit fucked up. His business still isn't handled. Beyonce was on tour last year with that record, with that person's vocals, all that.
But they can always change it in post. Because y'all remember, Khalees made a big spill about Beyonce using a song of hers. I don't even think Khalees gets her publishing or has her publishing rights, I should say. But she made a big stink about it. She was like, look, I don't appreciate Beyonce doing that. Like, I didn't approve of that. Nothing came past me, because Khalees still is accredited on the song for performing it. Although Pharrell has the publishing rights to it. But Khalees still has a say so because she did perform on the record. It wasn't Pharrell in there singing those songs. It was Khalees singing those songs. So Khalees basically said, I would love it if Beyonce just took took my stuff off of the song or whatever. And Beyonce had her people go and take it out, remove it, and then she reposted the song onto the album, and the rest is history.
I'm not crazy. And here's the thing. The reason why people who work for Beyonce don't talk is because they're all on NDAs. Because that's also how she works. She silences people so that nobody can speak. I'm not a writer that's written for Beyonce. I haven't shot my shot at Beyonce because I'm not willing to give her any publishing. Not because I haven't had the opportunity. I've had the opportunity to work with everybody. And I've turned down a lot of stuff because I'm not willing to play these games. There's a massive power dynamic happening. Please don't act like it's easy to negotiate with Beyonce and her team, because it is not. If that was the case, there would not be so many people coming to me like, Tiff, this is how much was taken. Shit is not negotiable. It's not. These are the terms, which means, okay, cool, then we work for you, Beyonce. So that means you're an employer. But either way.
So underhandedly, Tiffany is saying that Beyonce isn't paying her employees. She can be taken to court for that. So,
To imply that the artists do not have to be responsible for the business practices that they exercise with songwriters, to insinuate that the only way you are treated fairly is if you are managed by one of the gatekeepers.
Something just came to my mind. Isn't Halle Bailey and what's her sister's name? Chloe Bailey. Aren't they signed to Beyonce's record label? What the fuck is her record label called? Hold on, I gotta look up a Beyonce song so I can see what the credit is under it to know. Let's see. I'll just go into an album. I'll go into her. Okay, so this was okay. So her Renaissance album is under Parkwood Entertainment LLC. That's her record label. So if it's licensed by Columbia Records and it's a division of Sony Music record label. So if I look up Chloe Bailey and I look at her album, Pisces, Chloe Bailey's album is under Parkwood Entertainment LLC under exclusive license to Columbia Records, the record label that Beyonce's a part of, and it's a division of Sony Music Entertainment. So is Tiffany Red saying that Beyonce's taking publishing rights away from Chloe? Gotta remember, Chloe ain't the only person that is underneath her record label. Isn't what's Homeboy's name? The rapper dude. He got his he's always in music with his wife. What the fuck is his name? Let me check my library real fast. Here we go. Toby. I believe I downloaded his album. Okay, so Toby's not underneath of an album. I mean, he's not underneath of a record label. He's underneath his own record label. So, all right. But let's look up Halle Bailey. Okay, she hasn't came up with any music other than a few songs. I don't want to hit this song because I ain't trying to be let me turn that down. Oh, y'all can't even hear that. Hold on. Play the song real fast. Oh, it just says who it's written by and all that. Anywho, that's crazy to know that it's a possibility that she could be taking publishing credits away from Chloe, and Chloe writes her own music. She even produces for herself. So if Beyonce's taking credit for those songs, then I would say, young lady, you got a legal fight underneath your hands.
Keepers is bullshit. It's bullshit. You shouldn't have to be in company with a gatekeeper to be treated fairly. You should not have to have a gatekeeper on your team to make a livable wage off of music that is making people billionaires. Them Grammys don't pay the bills. Those plaques do not pay the bills. There are people with Grammys and plaques who can't pay their rent. I know people who are super accredited, broke. It means nothing. Trust me, I know. I remember having a conversation with a writer who wrote on, what was the record Beyonce did after or before Renaissance? I can't remember whatever the record was. I remember talking to one of the writers and talking to them about how much.
It was Lemonade, right? Well, let's go into her discography. Let's see. Let's go in. Yeah, it was Lemonade. Yeah, Lemonade was the record before. No, Lemonade was in. Yeah, it was, because that came out in 2006. Then she did the entire Lion King album, I guess. Yeah. So let's continue.
To the publishing she was taking. And this writer was like, look, Tip, I don't want no smoke with me. Like, I just let her take the publishing. That's bullshit. All of these writers that you guys see celebrating in the studio with these artists posted up in pictures like, yeah, everything is all good. Those writers are being exploited. Those writers' time is not paid for. Their services are not paid for. Their contribution to the sound recording is not paid for. Their first use of the copyright is not paid for. Their fucking parking is not paid for. Their fucking lunch is not paid for.
That's wild.
That's the truth. The truth is that we work in an industry that proclaims it makes billions of dollars but can't even buy you fucking lunch. But I'm tripping. But I'm tripping. No, they're tripping. And you're tripping if you with them. There's people that are like, didn't nobody have no gun in your head? The gun to your head is the power dynamic.
That's a good metaphor.
Think critically, y'all. The gun to your head is the power dynamic. The gun to your head is your livelihood. The gun to your head is being excluded and ostracized and retaliated against for even trying. That's the gun to your head. They don't need to put a gun to your head anymore because they control everything. That's the gun. You being silenced, that's the gun.
All right, well, I think we can end that here because she's already dropped so many truth bombs. So it's like, why keep going? And this is well known that Beyonce steals from everything. I believe a video came out of a side by side of Beyonce's dance routines and where it all came from. So, okay, some people can say, well, you know, what's the saying? Imitation is a form of flattery, and it's like, or you can just be creative. Like, the fuck? Almost every single thing that Beyonce has done, such as in her first single on her first album, Crazy in Love, the red heels, the short shorts, and the white t-shirt actually came from a Cindy Crawford commercial. Well, is that imitation or is that stealing? But imitation is still stealing if you look at it. Like, if I'm a comedian and I'm imitating my favorite comedian's jokes, that's stealing. So, is imitation not stealing, or is it stealing? So, I don't know. But we'll leave it there. That ends tonight's random topics of the week. But real quick, I got something. I got something that I want to go over real fast. We don't have to go into these comments, or maybe we can. We can talk about a few before we go. So this was underneath of that post of the Beyonce post. So we'll just pick out a few. So this lady, Cass the artist. This is sad and problematic on so many levels. Person down at the bottom, glamorous Kima says 50K is regular and normal for normal people. Not everyone wants a Chanel bag. I don't know where the fuck that came from. Oh, I got that mixed up. Okay, this was supposed to be over here. Oh, both of these were supposed to be over here. All right, forget it. That concludes random topics. But earlier this week, Corey Holcomb and Donnell Rawlings has. Oh, real quick, yo. Corey Holcomb and Donnell Rawlings got into a little spat at Los Angeles Laugh Factory. I think it was Sunday or Monday it happened of this week. So I have something that I want to play for you guys because it's what got them here. And this is what it is.
Maybach music.
Oh, sorry.
You mild sauce, my nigga, mild. M-I-L-D. You ketchup. You ain't hot sauce. Nobody agree? So I'm wrong. Okay, I can be wrong. I'm talking about, well, we at the what is this called? This is the Laugh Factory. We was at the Savoy, you wouldn't be able to be up here that long. You would be like, get your whole ass down.
And you ain't never with them rules.
You just yelling.
Because I don't have a mic. I can talk to you straight up. You want to talk about it? You saying I'm mild. You saying I ain't come through the streets or the gutters is straight bull. And if you want to ask somebody, ask the mother that you know what I do.
Now, this is what I will say about Donnell Rawlings' statement. If you guys don't know how Donnell Rawlings got into comedy, then you're in for a little history lesson. Donnell Rawlings got his name by being a heckler. Nobody knew that. Probably just me and whoever else is a Donnell Rawlings fan. So Donnell Rawlings was a heckler. He used to go to, I believe, the DC Improv when he lived in DC before he was a comic. He used to go to comedy shows throughout the week, and whatever comedians were up there, he just would heckle them because he knew he was funnier than the people that was on stage. So, certain things happen. The owners of the club at the time came up to him and said, "Do you do comedy?" He says, "Nah, I never thought about it." So they said, "Look, come up with a routine. We'll put you on stage." And from there, the rest is history. So I know Corey Holcomb didn't know that about Donnell, but Donnell's a beast. You gotta remember, he said he did the hardest rooms in Brooklyn. One of those rooms, of which Corey Holcomb probably did do, is some Jamaican joint. I think it's like a Jamaican restaurant. And Caribbean people are probably some of the hardest people to make laugh. And if your ass ain't funny, they booing your ass off the stage. So, but we got to look at the dynamics of the differences of the comedians of both Donnell Rawlings and Corey Holcomb. We'll take Corey Holcomb first. So Corey Holcomb came up in the Chicago comedy scene. Probably just as bad as New York, but probably not as brutal. So, New York, he came up in the Chicago comedy scene. After a while, he was like, you know what? I'm a test my luck. I'm gonna go out there to LA. So Corey goes to LA to do comedy. If you hear a lot of comedians who came up in the New York circuit, they will tell you New York comedians next to LA comedians, there is no comparison. It's just something about New York that makes a comedian better because possibly it's so many clubs in New York. And I'm taking this from comedian Godfrey. Comedian Godfrey said when he came to New York, he just would do shows. He would do this place over here in Brooklyn. Then he would go to the Bronx. Then he would shoot down to Manhattan. Then he would go somewhere in Harlem. Then he would go to a place in Queens. And then he would come back to Manhattan. Like, New York comedians, of which Patrice O'Neal comes out of, and who else can I name that came out of Kevin Hart came out of New York. Chris Rock, Eddie Murphy, who else that I can name, just as a last name to name? Well, Donnell Rawlings, Dave Chappelle come out of the New York comedy scene. And you can tell the difference when it comes to a New York comedian next to an LA comedian, because New York is a melting pot of people. It's a whole bunch of everybody in New York. Next to LA, rooms are probably different. Like an all black night, you're just probably going to get all black people at the all black night. In New York, there is no all black nights. You might have a black club, maybe in Brooklyn somewhere, but they're not doing an all black night at a white mainstream club. It's a club dedicated for open mic comics or comics that probably kind of got a name for themselves, but the dynamics are different. Like you can hear it in every single New York comedian. Nobody is the same. Well, go to New York, a lot of them are kind of stagnant. Now, I listen to a lot of LA comics podcasts, such as Kev on Stage, to hear more, Tony Baker, CP, comedian CP. Um, who's the dude that getting all the flack for the George Floyd joke? Um, David Lucas. If you listen to their comedy, it doesn't match up. Most of the time, it's not even really that funny as well. But it doesn't match up if they possibly would have made the jump to New York. So I don't know what Corey Holcomb seen, but Donnell's a beast. Like Donnell has a shit, he has a special coming up, but he also has a special before the Netflix special he's about to have in possibly what's the day? The 23rd. So next Tuesday is when Donnell Rawlings um special comes out on Netflix. But he has another one. I don't even know what the fuck it's called, honestly, but I believe he did it with what's that? I think it's One Mic. The production company One Mic. I think he has a special with One Mic. What else can I bring up before we get up out of here? Um, oh, uh, to name some more comedians. What's his name? White dude, bald head. Um, damn, I forgot his name. But if y'all know who I'm talking about, it's a white comedian, Irish dude. He has a black wife, bald head, has red hair, so he has a red, a red beard. I forgot his name though, but he came up with Dane Cook, Patrice O'Neal, and a couple other people. You know, he comes from Boston, just like Patrice O'Neal and Dane Cook, but they all went to New York to be a part of the New York comedy scene. So as I said, a New York comedian or a comedian that comes from the New York comedy scene doesn't match up to a comedian from LA. Like, they're better. New York comedians are just better. So let's get to um um Corey Holcomb's uh um comments about Dave Chappelle, how Dave bombs all the time, right? Because, and this is just my personal opinion, I believe that Corey Holcomb, when he talks about comedians not being good, he's comparing it to himself because he's on the road all the time. So there's no room to to write a joke, to polish the joke. Like he probably writes a joke and that's just a joke because he has to go and perform it next week at the Miami Improv. So he has to know that it's funny, and then he has to go and do it. And then if he doesn't get the right reaction, he probably goes back to his pads like, okay, I'll switch this word out for this, and I totally won't say this line, so that's done. I'll write this in, and then I'll take the punchline at the end. I'll just make it a part of the joke, and then I'll just come up with a new punchline. Then I'll see how it does next week. A New York comedian, they might have a show in Cincinnati on Friday through Sunday, but Monday through Thursday, he's working those jokes out in more than one place. So I think Corey Holcomb should just shut the fuck up.
Okay, all right. Listen. Let's be fair. Fair conversation. No. Let's be fair. Let's be fair and real. You say you keep it 100. You know how I get down. 32. I rip. You rip lights? I rip. You ask any ever see me ball. Anybody. And you ask anybody that don't know me, I keep it gangster.
I don't say you.
No, you trying to say I'm a bum. I ain't no bum.
No, I didn't say
and that
you
saw.
Your is mild. It's mild.
You know what? You know what you're doing now? You're a provocateur. You know how to incite people. Ain't nothing mild about my.
People look at you.
Ain't nothing.
You was at the mall, they'll put you out with your hot dog in your hand.
And guess what? You can say what you want to say. You calling me a mild comic is totally off.
So you a strong comic.
I'm a beast.
That's right.
All right, so that was that. But it doesn't end there. So TMZ got the footage of that. So I believe they reached out to both Corey and Donnell. Corey don't fuck with TMZ. So Donnell got the interview. So this is what Donnell had to say.
First off, I think comedians nowadays, they're trying to sell controversy over comedy. I wasn't there to watch Corey. I had performed myself, and I was about to leave, and they announced that Corey's about to perform. And I know that he had said some ill things about Dave Chappelle. I know he said some ill things about some of the openers of Dave Chappelle. So I just sat there, wanted just to see what his take on what he felt about comedy or whatever. I sat there and I just waited. And then when he made the comment about that anybody that's done 3 movies in comedy has performed fellatio, I said, wait a minute, I've done 3 movies, right? And I've never been accused of that. And then I also fact-checked his IMDb, and Corey himself has done 4 movies, so I think he might.
Now, the whole reason that whole spat happened is because Corey said any comedian that does 3 or more movies has performed fellatio in order to get them. So what Donnell Rawlings did, he said it wrong, but he checked his IMDb, not BD, IMDb, to see how many movies Corey Holcomb has done. So I'll list those movies off in just a second. I'll go onto my phone and I'll type in Corey Holcomb or hold on, IMDb, and then I'll just type in the name. Is there a search? Okay, here we go. All right. So Corey Holcomb has done as far as movies, he's accredited of doing Boo, but I don't think he was actually in Boo, to be honest. The Madea Halloween movie, I don't think. Matter of fact, yes, he was, but he was only in it for a short second. And we all know the rumors about Tyler Perry, so we'll just leave that there. He did the Wedding Ringer. I believe he had a couple scenes in that movie. Think Like a Man 2. And Who's Watching the Kids? I guess he was in that. He was in Dance Movie. So how many have I listed off so far? I'm gonna count. Boo is 1, Wedding Ringers 2, Think Like a Man 2 is 3. Who's Watching the Kids is 4. Dance Flick is 5. And that's it. Or not. Hold on. Watermelon Heist is 6. Like Mike is 7. So Corey has done 7 movies. So to what to what Donnell's saying is that maybe he's guilty of his own joke. Because he hasn't only just done movies, he's done television as well. So he's done Black Jesus, The Cleveland Show. He's done 14 episodes. Hold on, Black Jesus, he's done 31 episodes. The Cleveland Show, he's done 14 episodes. Family Time, he's done 2 episodes. Let's Stay Together, he did 1. House of Pain, he did 2. Everybody Hates Chris, he did 2 episodes. All of Us, he did 1 episode. Cuts, he's done 1 episode. Half and Half, he did 5. And Mad TV, he's done 1 episode. And then he's also accredited for Kendrick Lamar's If These Walls Could Talk music video. And that's his whole music list that he's done. So I think Corey should be shutting all the way the fuck up at this point. Because maybe he is guilty of, putting a penis in his mouth. You know what I mean? He probably did. Maybe, he's always talking about gay people, so there's a possibility he's put a dick in his mouth.
Bruh.
Be guilty of his own joke. It's unfortunate it came to this. Should I have yelled out at him? No. But, I'm I've been rocking with my guy Dave Chappelle for years. I'm a little guy to my friends, my fans, and my family. And it was just, for me, it was a buildup. It was a buildup off of a lot of things that's troubling comedy. Corey is the type of comedy, he can go on stage, start with grunts, and by the end of it, you're laughing hysterically. I did not want to scream out at him, but I felt like protecting the integrity of myself and my friends. I thought I had to say something. I thought I had to say something for people out here that have done over 3 movies.
I want to talk about your special because this sounds awesome.
All right. So, where the fuck am I at? I'll turn it off. Turn this off. Okay, cool. So, during this week's 5150 show, Corey Holcomb made it his duty to rebut what was being said, and I have it right here. I just gotta cue it up.
Ugly Larry.
Hold on. Where's my starting point at? 8:30. I started at 8:25.
When I get up there, that's when they see something. So the whole ass nigga, I didn't even know the nigga was in there. I thought he left because he acted like he was leaving out.
Yeah.
The security guard at the front told me after all of the bullshit happened, that whole ass nigga act like he was leaving, but he was like, nah, fuck that. I'm gonna watch this nigga. So he had some animosity with me.
Right.
I ain't never did nothing but been respectful to that boy because I'm scared of people that's ugly. Ugly people never get a fair shot in life. Let's just say that. When you ugly, do we got that picture? Can you put that picture up for a second?
Now this is foul. So Corey Holcomb then proceeds to put up a family picture of himself, I believe Donnell's ex-wife, and his son. This is what he did.
When you ugly, dog, the world is cold. You could be caked up. You could have a bag, but you still ugly. That's why I'm scared of ugly people, man. That boy looked like one of them kids you donate money to, like 40 cents a week or something like that.
Right.
You know the little boy, did he start laughing? He one of them looking motherfuckers. Look, this.
That's what Corey Holcomb did. Now, I don't know if Donnell Rawlings and this woman is still together or not. I'm not sure. It's none of my business to do that research if he's married or not. I don't care. But if he so happens to be married to this woman, then so be it. Like whose issue is it other than Donnell's? But this is Corey's tactics. Corey likes to call people gay or they're not funny or what else? That they're dumb or whatever. Like, and plus Corey is very forgetful. He's very absent-minded. Like, he'll say something one week, forget that he said it, and then say something another week that contradicts what he said the prior week. And it's like, and I was watching comedian Godfrey's podcast this week, and a comedian that co-hosts the show with him, Dante Nero, which was Patrice O'Neal's right-hand man, Dante said that Corey prides himself for being 100. But when you aren't 100, that fucks your brand up. Now, Corey will say all the time when he's saying something, I'll stand on this, but he doesn't stand on it. Such as this. Corey Holcomb, and he still does, Corey Holcomb brings up Stephen A. Smith a lot. And when I say a lot, he brings Stephen A. up a lot. So, when it was time to do what he has said throughout the years, when I see him, I'm going to punch this nigga in his face, I'm going to fight this nigga, blah, 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 blah. All-Star Weekend happened in Chicago one year, if not, yeah, I believe it was an All-Star Weekend one year. He so happened to be in Chicago that week, as far as him doing comedy. But guess who else was at All-Star Weekend? Stephen A. Smith. And both of them met in a restaurant. And I'm about to bring this picture up too. Hold on. No, I'll just share my screen because I don't have any more pictures to show you guys. Corey Holcomb and Stephen A. Smith. This nigga took the most coonish ass picture that anybody can fucking can take. Where is it at? Let me see if it's underneath any of these pictures. Or let's do this. Corey Holcomb holding chicken. He must have got somebody to scrub this goddamn picture off the internet. Yeah, this hoe ass nigga scrubbed this goddamn picture off the internet. Ain't that a bitch? Yeah, this whole ass nigga scrubbed this damn picture off the internet. Yeah, Corey Holcomb scrubbed the picture off the internet. Ain't that about a bitch? Hold on. Let me see all real fast. Let me see if I can find it. Don't nobody. Let's see. Is it on his Instagram? Damn. Yeah, I can't find this picture to save my life. Don't no publications have this at all. Matter of fact, let's check news. Let me see if anybody. No, it's not even in news. Yeah, this whole ass nigga scrubbed this entire picture off of the internet. Ain't that about a bitch? Because I can't find it anywhere. And there's no publication that has anything written down about it. That's crazy. But if you guys could, do me a favor. If you guys can find the picture, it speaks for itself. Because after all the shit he was talking about, yeah, I stand on this and I'm a beat that nigga up when I see him and this and that and blah 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 blah. But when it came time, this nigga, you know what I mean, he held up a piece of chicken and smiled along with Stephen A. Smith. His excuse was he had two big ass security guards with him. Well, you said when you see him, you was gonna do something to him. And you never did anything to him. So by you saying you stand on everything you talk about and you keep it 100, it seems though that you don't keep it 100, nor do you stand on anything other than nothing.
This is a picture of self-hate. He ugly. He didn't want to make a baby with nobody that remotely looked like him. So this is some mail order bride looking ass Asian woman that he bred with And she left him right after the baby was out because he ugly. Ugly people will do something to you or start mess because they ain't got nothing to lose. People who could get bitches at the club, they don't really want to fight. It be the motherfuckers who can't get bitches that's always jumping it off. So I'm just saying, I'm up against an ugly person. It's not fair. They need ugly people's security. Whenever somebody ugly come in, they should have to fill out a form different than everybody else. So the ugly boy came in there, watched my show. On all you people who didn't get the truth, here's the truth right here. On everything I love, the man was watching me do my thing on stage. His jealousy just bust out of him. I didn't say nothing to that man. When I see that man and I speak to him, I'll be like, hey, brother, how you doing? Even though I always knew he was a hoe-ass nigga. There's a lot of motherfuckers, Corey, I never liked that nigga and all that shit. I ain't playing that shit, but I got it for receipts. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, but just because somebody you know says, I don't like that nigga, this nigga's a hoe-ass nigga and all this, it's like, you take their word as gospel? Like, how you gonna sit here and say that, you know, he's a mild comic and all this? I think most comics who talk like that are jealous because they don't just have at their shows just their core audience. Like, if Corey did a theater, would he be able to sell out all the seats? You gotta remember, it's 15,000 people. Now, normally a comedy club only has maybe upwards to 200 to 400 seats, depending on how big the club is. So, if you do the math, 2 to 400, he's doing possibly, depending on his schedule of when he gets there. Let's say he does a Friday through Sunday, or no, let's make it fair. Let's just say he does a Thursday through Saturday show. So you do one show Thursday, you do 2 or 3 shows Friday, then you do three shows Saturday. We're talking about 200 to 300 seats. So that does boost it up to around that number. Well, not really. No. So on average, I would say a comedy club has 250 seats on average. So if let's take 250 times 3. Let's say he does 3 shows every day. That's 750 people. That's just one day. Times 3, that's 2,250 people. Which means Corey would have to go on a tour with other comedians that could then put other asses in seats and enjoy the show. You know what I'm saying? So could Corey fill up a 15,000 seater, 20,000 seater? Probably not. Depending on what city he goes to and depending on how people feel about him. So,
Everybody listen to this. I want you to fact check this. When I said on stage, if you've been in more than 3 movies, you probably had a dick in your ass. That nigga said, hey!
Well, Corey, have you had a dick in your ass? Because you've been in 7 movies, several TV shows, and 1 music video. So does the same apply to you?
As anybody who was there that night. When I said, if you done 3 or more movies, you probably, I don't don't know how probably is spelled right now, but probably had a dick in your ass. That struck the nerve in that nigga for him to start talking crazy and yelling while I was on stage. So all you people out there who think Corey is the motherfucker who is the aggressor, you wrong. He a hoe ass nigga who wanted some attention. Look, he did about an extra.
Now I would say yes, that was wrong. That he took time from you, Corey. I will say that's wrong. He was able to go up there and do his time uninterrupted. You should be afforded the same courtesy. But talk shit on his mans. So what's he supposed to do? Just sit there and allow you to do it? Like, that's insane. Like, if anybody said anything about one of my friends, let's say somebody says something about one of my friends on social media, and then I see that dude, I'm gonna go up to the dude and be like, hey, yo, like, I heard what you said about my homie. Like, you got something against my homie? Like, I know this dude. Like, I've been knowing this dude since I've been, I've been 5 years in comedy, or I've been a little kid since I knew this dude. So, like, what's your gripe about my homie? Like, you got an issue with him or something? Like, just asking, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a true friend if you look at it. And Corey doesn't have very many. So
extra 10 minutes and what he was supposed to do, talking about my DVD coming out, y'all, and y'all gotta support it and all that sucker shit. Nigga, I hope this DVD, I hope this Netflix shit funny. Garbage ass nigga. I want you to be rich as you could be, cause you ugly. You need Oprah Winfrey type paper to walk the earth like you want to walk the earth, homie. You ugly. Your neck like this. It's natural.
He might be ugly, but Corey, I'm pretty sure Donnell's net worth is more than yours.
Like this. Watch that nigga when he relax. You know, when people relax, they do this. That nigga relax and do this. It still be up. It still be up. He looked like one of them people from a village somewhere where people put oil pipelines through that shit without asking them. That's what he looked like. He ugly. So he wants me to jump and fall for the sucker shit. This for the youngsters. That man did everything in his power to get me to come out my body. We live in Hollywood, dog. Everything is a videotape. You can't come out your body because the nigga invites you to do it no more. When you get with a motherfucker, you got to get with his ass somewhere else. You dig what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
You can't just doot 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 like back in the day. Boop, ba-da, boop. You can't do that no more. It's a video and you doing whatever you do.
Right.
And if you really out here productive, man, you ain't got time to get them people money at the county. You ain't got time to get them people time at the county. Wherever you at. That man tried his best to make me come out my body, but I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it.
It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it.
Right, it ain't worth it there.
Sans and Craig needs to shut all the way the fuck up, because this was the same nigga at the end of the episode saying that he's going to see somebody. That somebody he was talking about was one of his old co-hosts on his podcast. So, is Craig a hypocrite as well? I think so.
Oh, yeah.
I said, if we was somewhere outside of Hollywood, you wouldn't be acting like this. And them people wouldn't let you talk as long as you talk.
Right.
He knew I was going up. That's why he was mad. Y'all act like I'm the motherfucker who walk around disrespecting people.
Right. Because you do. Like, what the fuck is he talking about? Y'all remember when I said Corey's absent-minded? Corey's very absent-minded. He just made a statement saying that people just think I'm out here fucking with people. Nigga, you do. You go on your podcast every week if you and you gotta have beef with somebody for some odd reason. You had beef with Tommy Sotomayor. That subsided. He had nothing to talk about anymore. Then he had beef with Ari Spears after Zoe Williams put the elbows on him. That was talked about for like 2 years. Then right after that, he had issues with comedian Alex Thomas. That was spoken about for a good like 8 months. Then he had beef. I forgot what comic he had. Gary Owen. He had beef with him because somewhere, when they was filming specials, Gary Owens, his from what Corey said, the plan was for Corey to go up first, and then Gary will go up, and then they would film both their specials that way. Okay. Then Corey had beef with Earthquake, comedian Earthquake. That's still talked about to this day. He also had beef with Just Hilarious. That was talked about for a good 6 months. And hell, it still gets talked about every so often. And now this nigga got beef with Donnell Rawlings. Well, if we remember, in that same club, if not the Improv, the LA Improv, Dave Chappelle talked about Cat Williams' Club Shay Shay interview. Dave Chappelle said that the way that Cat Williams went about saying what he said about the comedians he was talking about, that isn't the right way. He also said, if this is how y'all want to do it, set them up, let's play. Now, I don't know how far Dave will go when it comes to canceling somebody out or something like that. Who knows? I don't know how far he'll go. And I don't know how he is with his friends. But Corey, if I was you, I would chill the fuck out. Because we're talking about the most influential comic of our time, Dave Chappelle. You said what you said about him. It probably got back to him. So it's a possibility that Dave has something in store, depending on what he feels about what you said, or how he feels about what you said about Donnell. Maybe he's caught wind about it. Who knows? But I will say this: if I was you, Corey, I would chill the fuck out, because we never know what could happen. Not saying any bodily harm will happen to you. I'm just saying it's a possibility that something could be in store for you. So I would chill all the way the fuck out.
There's people out here know that they are men who mess with men, but they want to act like people hating on them. There's people out here who know that you funny, and they want to act like, oh, you said something to him. Corey Holcomb don't say nothing to these people out when I'm in the streets. Are y'all crazy? That man ugly. That's what all that stemmed from. He ugly. Of course not talented, like I said. He mild as a comedian.
Yeah.
He the type of nigga you be like, okay. On tours, he always opening up. The whole nation know him, but he an opener. They can't.
He's also a headliner. Just because he opens for Dave, you gotta remember, it's Dave's show. What is he supposed to headline Dave's show? I don't know the logic sometimes when Corey be talking. The logic be off half the time. So, just saying.
Close it out with Ugly Larry.
Yeah,
That's Ugly Larry. You gonna always have to pay for hoes, homie.
Corey, you pay for hoes. Like what the fuck are we doing here, yo? Like this is the nigga who came up with the $40 joke. Gotta remember, comedy's always based in truth. But he said on several podcasts of his that he upped the price to $120 to $200. So is he not paying for hoes? Also, Corey has brought up, this was a few weeks ago, because he's always talking about women who wear makeup, right? He said not too long ago, which was probably like 2 to 3 weeks ago, that he fucked with a woman that looked like a man. Now, going back to what he said about comedians being in movies, 3 or more movies, you had a dick in your ass. By you saying that the woman looked like a man allows me to know what you're really into. So, shut the fuck up.
You ugly.
Man.
You broke the cardinal rule. Somebody in your family did something wrong in the last generation, and God put your face together like that. And your neck and head together like that.
All right. So, I've had enough. Anyway, y'all, that's the show. All right. So, let's go through a quick summary of the show. So, I brought up the whole RessaTeesa thing of the whole series that's out here, and it's very entertaining because the girl can tell a story. Like the girl can really tell a story. It has suspense. It has all the things. It has thrills. Like the series is crazy. Like you gotta watch it. You gotta watch. Like I said, you can find like the full like thing 4-hour video of this. That's what I'm watching. I believe there's more out there, but the one I'm watching, I believe, has all the parts to it. So try and I think it's called Messy something. I can't remember. Then I spoke about the Trump shoes, the Air Trumps, the POTUS 45s. He got a shoe out. Maybe he's collecting this money to pay his debts that he owes in New York because they're slamming his ass paws with court cases and payouts and stuff like that. So maybe he's doing it for that reason. Who knows? Then I got into the Monique stuff as the main topic with her son. I hope this saga ends because this is just getting tiring. Because when the family feuds, nobody wins. So it's like, this is really not, it's not the look at all. It's really not the look for anybody. It's hard to watch, sort of. It's very entertaining, but it's hard to watch because it's mother and son. And we all know how mothers feel about their sons. And I just feel as though that it's bad, yo. Like they shouldn't be doing that out here. You know what I mean? Like I said last week, y'all need to sit down. Y'all need to have a good talk about all of this because there's no reason y'all should be feuding the way that y'all are. Like it's tiring. Then I got into what was the I got into the Poor Minds clip with their guest Tabitha Trope, I think Shorty's name is. She said that you shouldn't date if you make $50,000 as a man, like yearly if you make $50,000. I basically said that that's bullshit. A lot of other people in the comments said that that's bullshit. But if she feels the way that she feels, then I can't do nothing about it. But anyway, then I got into the Tiffany Red, singer-songwriter Tiffany Red, how she basically said that Zendaya, Seventh Streeter, Tamara Braxton, Beyonce, they all still publishing, and she had the receipts to prove it. So you know what I'm saying. Also, what I just covered, the Corey Holcomb thing with Donnell Rawlings. To me, it's tacky. Like y'all, like I said in I had wrote in the comments section after the video was done. I said, yo, this whole episode corny. Like, how you gonna sit up here just like the shit's getting old. Like, I'm starting to feel the same way how I felt when he had what was that nigga's name? Precise on his show. I'm starting to feel that way again, how the show's taking a downward turn again. Like once Precise left, when he kicked him off the show started going back up to its prominence that it used to be. But now nigga, it's bullshit once again. And I'm not saying that because I have a personal gripe with him. All I'm saying is it's starting to look like how it used to look with Precise. And that's all I really have to say about that. So, people, we gonna get on out of here. Because I know y'all tired. I'm tired. I want something to eat. But anyway, people, please direct your attention to the lower third down there. Also, the scrolling tickers is for you. Go ahead and watch over that as I go over this. Every Friday, I do this here podcast, Market Speaks Live. You can catch me live at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Also, which is in hiatus, but once I find a game that I want to play, on Saturdays, I will come back at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time as usual for Market Speaks Play. So, do yourself a favor. Don't forget to come and check me out. I'll let you guys know on all of my platforms that I'm on, when I'm coming on, what the topic's going to be about, all that other good stuff. If you haven't already done it, go ahead and do it and subscribe to this here channel, Market Speaks. Then do me a favor, go to any video within the last, say, year and a half and find the Rumble link, hit the Rumble link, follow me over on Rumble. Or I want to start simulcasting to both YouTube and Rumble. So do me that favor. I'd love if you guys could do that. Also, if you ever want to come up here and come talk to me, you can. Either hit the link that's pinned in the live chat, or you can call me with the call-in number at 302-283-9791. I repeat, 302-283-9791. If you're calling long distance, dial 1 before the number. If you're calling out of the United States, I don't know how you do it. Find out how you do that if you don't already know it, and then dial the number. I'll be right here. With that comes rules. Rule number 1, you must be on camera at all times. That means here on the backstage and to the audience if you feel as though you want to be seen by them. But rule number 2 is if you don't want to be on camera to the public, you don't have to. There's always a question in the private chat back here. If you want to come and talk to me, don't make it a conversation. Just type your name and your answer, yes or no, in the private chat, and then I'll accommodate you from there. Mute all background noise. Rule number 3, use corded headphones if you have them. Don't put me on speaker. Don't have shit running in the background, because as soon as you come up here and as soon as I hear that there's shit going on in the background, I will drop you. It's that fast. So, you know what I mean? If you don't want to follow the rules, then hey, you won't be able to come up and talk to me. And last thing is, if you would like this video for me, please smash that like button if you could. Subscribe if you are new here. Hit that bell icon also and get all my notifications once I go live. Comment in the comment section once this video was done. And share this to your social medias and your friends and family and associates if you could. And the last thing that I really have for you guys is focus on getting to the money, because we all know money makes the world go round. All right, that green, that moolah, that cheddar, that paper, that chicken, that wherever the fuck y'all call it now, the money phone, whatever the hell y'all call it. We all know money makes the world go round. So make sure you get into it and make sure you're doing something responsible with it. All right. Drink more water for health purposes. You know, you can lose weight if you drink more water. You're more hydrated. Drink more water. Leave them sodas alone. I need to follow my own advice. Leave them sodas alone and sugary drinks alone. You know, drink either coconut water, regular water, mineral water, alkaline water. Any type of water is good for you. Go ahead and drink that. Mind your own business for mental health purposes, because when you're not in everybody else's fucking business, you're good. You know what I mean? And if you don't believe a damn word I said tonight, do your own research. It helps you out in the long run. I have been Marcus. This has been Marcus Speaks Live. People, I thank y'all for coming. Thank y'all for watching. Oh, it is on. I thank y'all for watching, and I'll check you guys out next week. Peace out. Why ain't this working? All right, there we go. Thank y'all for watching, y'all. Peace out.